You're in the dog house.
Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews Experience. Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. What up to the Q's?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, shouty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
And we've got to thank God every minute of every day. You're in the dog house. With your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those Two Live Stews, and this is your Two Live Stews Experience. Happy New Year, and good morning to Creole, Indian Eagle, Mocha Bella, Berkeley High School's finest class of 1991, John Dingle, and Rail Scott gets an honorable mention. Good morning to you too, Dougie Stew. How you doing, sir? Your mic's muted.
There we go. There we go.
There you go.
You got me?
Happy New Year, man. Happy
Fantastic, New Year. Man. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy, as we say back in the day, Happy Stew Year.
Happy Stew Year.
Yeah.
You remember that
Prayerfully
cartoon? You remember one of those claymation? I can't remember which one it is. Somebody in the chat will tell me. One of those claymation Christmas specials, and they had the little wingy-ass baby, and he was Baby New Year. Baby New Year.
Baby New Year, that's right.
And
that's right. He had that hat on, but when he popped that hat off, them ears were pling, pling, pling.
Right. But it was a character on the show. Was it the baby saying Happy New Year? Somebody was saying Happy New Year. That's all that only line throughout the entire episode, man.
Yep,
but how's everything, man? You back from the great Northwest?
The great Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
Yes.
I never heard it that way.
Well, that's how they typically say it.
Okay.
But I mean, you hear it however you hear it, but that's how I've heard it. We had an outstanding time, man. I really like Seattle. Other than it being a little chilly and rainy throughout the course of the day, every day, Seattle's a great place. The seafood is great. And we had a wonderful getaway, man. Christmas experience for the kids. A couple of years ago, man, we stopped buying them all them gifts because they would open the gifts and the gifts would just stay right where they opened them for like days, you know? Right. We don't do that no more. You know, we take all those funds and put them into an experience for the kids. And this year's experience, something they've never seen, was Seattle. We had a wonderful time.
Wow. And so it rained every day, right? Or
yes,
mist,
it rained.
Not really rain, but like mist.
Rained on and off, misted, foggy. Yeah, I mean, it's a different kind of place.
You do know that, and I don't know, I should have verified this before I even said this. I didn't even think about it. But Seattle, the highest rate of suicide in this country is in Seattle, Washington.
Well, it goes back and forth from Seattle to Detroit. And I think that's part of the reason why, because they both resemble Gotham City. They're both kind of dark and gray at times.
Right. Well, now Detroit is good in the summer.
Well, and Seattle is great in the summer as well.
I think it missed in Seattle too in the summer.
It's the great because of how the mountains are and the way that Seattle is like a little valley, kind of like San Diego, kind of like Roanoke. That's why it rains the way that it does, apparently, because of how the water and the coming off the Pacific. I don't know, but yes, I hear you and understand what you're saying.
Right. Okay, that's what's up. You're giving the kids some culture, man. That's good.
Yeah, trying to give them a little culture, man. Let them see something different, so their minds won't be, boxed in. They'll be able to have a very objective perspective on things and be open-minded to seeing things differently. Perfect.
Right. So I wanted to mention something before we even got going in all these. So today is kind of like a combined Ballers, Busters, because we haven't been here in about a week and a half. And so there's a lot we got to get to. We got Last 48, which are the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group in the last 48 hours. Follow the show.
Very important.
It's very important to follow the show. The preferred way we want you to follow the show is YouTube.
Yep.
Had a little issue with Facebook yesterday, man. These people at Facebook, they freaking tyrants.
Yep,
so the preferred way, which you can watch it on your smart TV as well, if you go to YouTube, okay? 2 Live Stews, YouTube.com. 2 Live Stews, the number 2. 2 Live Stews, YouTube.com. When you get on the page, okay, it's the SME Network, Stewart Media and Entertainment. When you get on the page, click subscribe, and then there's a second part. When you click subscribe, there'll be a little bell that appears, a little bell icon. Click on the bell icon. So it's 2 parts to this thing that I'm just really realizing almost a year after the fact. Once you click on the bell, then it's going to give you different options and when you want to be reminded. The bell is a reminder, okay? And you can hit always. And so whenever we go live, you'll get an alert on your phone that we are going live, all right?
Love it.
So hit the subscribe button, then the little a half a second elapses, and then there's a little bell icon. Click on the bell icon, and then it's going to give you like 4 options. It's like a drop down. It's very simple. All right, then you click on whatever one you want, whichever option suits you best to get your alerts about the show going live. All right.
How was your New Year, sir? Would you do anything special? Break it down before I tell you about how things have changed in the Stewart household, man.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't do anything. I want to get to the Stewart household. I literally watched TV. I didn't do anything. For the last week that we've been vacationing, I guess you could say it, I really haven't done anything but hung out a little bit. I went to Painted Pen. You ever been to Painted Pen?
I have not been to Painted Pen.
So basically, it's like this. It's like a pimpish bowling alley.
Oh, okay.
They have live music. They have a live band out there, and it's
was this a date or were you just out hanging out and you wanted to go to Painted Pen?
Yeah, I went to Painted Pen.
Oh, I keep forgetting, man. You and Tree be playing kissy face, so you probably don't want to talk about the stuff you do on the side. So never mind. I don't want to get into your personal. We can't do that. My bad.
All right. Go ahead. All right. Tell me how things have changed in the Stewart household.
Don't tell me
I'm gonna be an uncle, man.
Huh?
Don't tell me I'm gonna be an
uncle. Man, yeah. My testicles have been stitched up, man. It don't work like that.
No. I'm sorry. I wasn't talking about you. I'm talking about Miles. I mean a grand uncle.
Oh. No, man.
Oh, okay. All right.
It was about Miles, though. Tree, if you've got that tree, that would be good if you could post that now. If you could put that up. Yeah, man. Over the break, man. As a matter of fact, the actual date was January 1st. Since January 1st, things have changed in our house.
And Tree. Tree.
Hold on. I can't hear y'all. Wait.
Never mind, man. So and your day was your weekend. I mean, your break was. What'd you do for your break, man?
I didn't do anything, man. Go ahead and tell me about.
Hello. I can't hear y'all.
Okay. All right. So just go ahead and tell me the story, man. This live radio. That's okay. She's evidently having some problems with her audio.
Yeah, so your break was what, man? Let's go ahead get into your break, man.
Okay.
Your holiday was what?
Nothing at all. Just chilled.
Get myself together. I watched a lot of movies while we were on break, also, man.
Okay. I did see a pretty good one too. The red Christmas or whatever with The Rock and Santa Claus, Schillinger from Oz.
I saw parts of that one. I didn't see all of that, but the kids enjoyed that one.
Okay. Yeah, it was pretty good. I thought it was good.
Miles got a driver's permit, man. Miles got his driver's permit, and I sent Tree a picture to show of him standing in front of the place with the paper driver's permit. They'll send the hard copy within the first month, but Miles now has a driver's permit, man. And I'm not sure how I feel about it, man. It's he's not driving alone as of yet, but it's really got me on edge that he's got a driver's permit. It's really got me on edge, man.
So how long does he have to go? Like
Well,
with somebody else in the car with him.
Right. The way it's done now, it's going to take him a year. Okay, so right now he can only drive with other adults in the car. But he does this for a year. He has to take a course and pass a course at school, and after a year, then he will be able to drive by himself. So we're ways away before he can be behind the wheel by himself. But yeah, man, I'm excited about it. It's nerve-wracking. It's stressful. It's going to cost, but it's a big moment in his life, man, and he's excited, and so am I.
Oh, yeah. The last one you listed is the main one. It's going to cost.
Oh, yeah, it's going to cost. Man.
Yeah, this insurance is crazy, man. Insurance, especially for a kid in Georgia, is crazy because the highways here in Georgia are crazy, and these insurance companies, they're not going to be left whole in the bag, bottom line.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully it won't be as expensive as it would have been in Atlanta because we're in Columbus. But yeah, man, big things happening in the Stewart household to start 2025. I mean, the first day of the year, that dude went and got his driver's permit.
Wow. Good for him, man.
Yeah.
A lot of kids not really pressed to get their driver's licenses, it seems like, these days.
I agree. Yeah. He had to do it over here, though. Yeah,
so that's okay. The other side of that is going to take a lot of stress off of you, having to go back and forth to take people to practice and practice for this, practice for that.
Yeah. So it will be an added financial stress and an added mental stress for dad. But when it comes to my time, it's going to free me up a great deal.
Hey, I want to jump back, and you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. A lot of stuff we're going to get into. We're going to read a lot of chat later on in today's show. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room that's tuned into the show. Did you get to make that little trek to the Seahawks facility out there? Because we got people that we know in high places over there. All right.
We did,
how was that?
We did visit the 12th man facility out there in Seattle. Yeah. Shouts out to Mo Kelly, frat brother. Works for the Seattle Seahawks. Played a little ball out there. He's been there for over 20 years. We had a wonderful time, man. Lamar Campbell, former teammate of mine.
So Luck actually works for them as well, Lamar Campbell?
Luck works for the Seattle Seahawks as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and while we're walking around, he's like, man, did you call Mo? I said, Mo Kelly? Why would I call Mo Kelly?
Oh, so
like, he worked downstairs.
Right.
And I forgot. I totally forgot that he's been a Seahawk employee for over a decade or so.
So you're right. I'm trying to figure out. They've had a coaching change.
Right.
You know, he worked under
Pete Carroll.
Mo Kelly worked under Pete Carroll, but they're gone.
That whole regime is out of there.
So how he keep his job? I'm happy. How did he keep his job?
Some people do. Some people do, especially when you know the facility. People that he deals with the draft, and every year that he's been in charge of the draft, he puts together a board of players that were drafted that year.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at his wall and see the boards of draft picks that he's been a part of, the reason why he still has his job is evident. He's done a good job drafting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so him and Luck are working there, man. Had an outstanding time in Seattle, man. Really enjoyed it out there.
Okay, all right. You got any ballers?
I got a baller. I give you the first baller.
Okay.
First baller is the ability to walk into a dispensary in Seattle, purchase your smoke, and walk out.
Purchase your smoke.
That's the first baller award.
Uh-huh.
Your smoke, your gummies, your tincture, your edibles, your whatever, your flour, whatever. Just go in there and purchase it, and you can walk out.
Why do you know all of this terminology?
I've invested in multiple platforms that involve medicinal marijuana, so the terms and the lingo is something that you're used to hearing. And I partake. I mean, I use alternative medicines. I don't use opioids anymore. I use alternative medicines, and the alternative for me is THC and CBD.
So SME, maybe that's true, maybe that's not. They're asking, how did you bring it back? Or did you not bring it back? You just got enough for out there.
Who said anything about me bringing anything back? Who said anything about that?
Well, I mean,
I told you about going into the store and purchasing. I didn't say anything about bringing back.
Oh, okay. So you just bought enough for out there to indulge in.
Well, everyone knows that if you put it under the plane and check it and check baggage, that you'll be fine.
If you what? Say that again?
Well, never mind.
No, for real. For the good of the people, that might, repeat that one more time.
There's so many states now where you can purchase goods that are alternative methods to opioids, CBD and THC. So many places where you can purchase it legally where they don't trip about it in airports no more. So if you were to want to purchase something in Seattle and bring it home, as long as you put it in your checked baggage under the plane, it would make it back to wherever you were flying with no problems at all. Now, if there's dogs, you may have a problem if you put it on your carry-on, carry it on the plane on your person, as they say. But if you check it and put it under the plane, then people ain't gonna mess with you, man.
Okay.
At least that's what I've been told.
All right. Go ahead and roll out your first baller. I got a ton of them. Go ahead and roll yours out.
The Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
They on the verge of having a 15-win season. Dan Campbell went and got that 49 win. People saying, "Oh, that game doesn't matter. Only game that matters is the Minnesota. You should rest your players." Nah, Dan Campbell don't do that. He went and got that win. So I'm giving him my first ball award in 2025, man. I'm very happy. I'm beyond happy with what the Detroit Lions are doing.
So we normally do balls and busters on Mondays, but, obviously we didn't do the show on Monday, so that's how we're kind of getting into it right now. And for new people watching the show, it's a new year. We need to reset some of these things. You actually played in the NFL for the Detroit Lions, so it's personal for you.
It is personal for me.
Yeah.
It is personal for me.
First ball award, and I really just like saying the guy's name, Cam Scatterboo. Cam Scatterboo. The man had 143 yards rushing.
He balled.
100 yards receiving. He threw for a touchdown, and he had 2 rushing TDs.
Yep. He literally
in a losing effort.
He literally did what's called balled his behind off
in a losing effort. Now that's the first time, I'm gonna be real with you. That's the first time I really paid attention to Arizona State.
Okay.
I've seen them play, and I know that he could ball, and they had been hyping him up. Kid is real nice. Now, I will say this.
Y'all got to stop it, though.
What do you mean you got to stop it?
People talking like he going to be a first-day draft pick. Y'all got to stop it.
Oh, no, I think he might go late first round, maybe second round. You don't think he's going that high? You don't think so?
Former fat white running back now drafted in the first round.
Hey, so listen, that's what I was about to say.
You guys got to stop it, man.
The last thing I was going to say is he do have to be concerned about his belly. Like, he a biscuit or 2 away from being a fullback.
He's a hard worker, man, and he may get an opportunity, but the Scatterboo hype is above me right now, man. He had a great game, but I don't think he's him.
Yeah, I don't see early first round because, once again, I think he's going to eat himself out of playing tailback.
Well, I see him on somebody's special teams because he's an effort guy for sure.
So you don't think that guy can play in the league and running back at all?
I think he may get a cup of tea and be in a practice squad for a year or so, and that's it. I don't think he brings anything to the table for a professional team at that position.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Line Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the maker of those stews. Balls and Busters, college football weekend, and the Sugar Bowl was postponed. We'll talk about that after we pay a little bit of bills. Happy to be back, man. Happy New Year. Good morning.
Happy New Year.
Good morning. Y'all keep it locked to your boys, the Two Line Stews and the Two Line Stews Experience. We'll be right back.
The SCSU, South Carolina State University Atlanta Alumni Chapter, Winterfest Gala, South Carolina State University Bulldogs HBCU Unity event. This will be a premier event in the city. When is it? Saturday, January 11th, 2025 in Atlanta, Georgia, 7:30 p.m. Where's it going to be at? It's going to be at the Atlanta Metropolitan State College, 1630 Metropolitan Parkway, Atlanta, Georgia. Action. Here's the action. We need you to buy your ticket. Your donation of $125 will allow the SCSU Atlanta chapter to raise significant funds for our current students and those planning to attend South Carolina State University. Join us for a night of partying with a purpose. That's a great Tom Joyner used to say. SCSU Bulldog style. Again, that's Saturday, January 11th, 7:30 p.m., Winterfest Gala. Get your tickets at scsuatlbulldogs.org. That's scsuatlbulldogs.org. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. I'm going to be there. That's what's up. I'm going to be there.
Shouts out to the good folks at South Carolina State, man.
Absolutely. Wow.
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those Two Live Stews. Do you have resolutions, sir? Did you make resolutions? Thank y'all for joining us this morning, and good morning. Very happy to be back. Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you so very much. Spending a little bit of time with Arley Michelle in a little while. The great Natty Dread will grace us with his presence and tell us Happy New Year, as well as give us his funky four for the day. A lot of good things going on in the world of sports and entertainment. Sir, did you make resolutions for 2024?
I never make resolutions.
I
never make resolutions, man.
Last year was the first year I didn't make resolutions, and it was the best year of my life. So I'm never doing that again.
And I just
resolutions.
I've always felt like if I gotta make some type of fictitious promise to myself, then I already got a problem.
Right.
You know,
right.
if I'm not motivated to get it and whatever it is, then I already got a big problem already. So I've never really made New Year's Eve resolutions like that.
I used to make mine, and it was consistently the same thing, just to be better, just to do better. You know, that used to be mine. But if that's what I'm going to do, then just do that every damn day. I ain't got to wait till the turn of a new year.
Yeah, exactly.
Do that every day.
Exactly. So we got a video. I think we got a video. Tree, go ahead and roll that out.
All right, so I'm sitting here watching the Puppet Factory. That's ESPN, if you didn't know. And these talking heads are telling us how Lamar Jackson, out of his 4 interceptions, none of them were his fault. All 4 were the receiver's fault. Meaning they bobbled the ball, meaning they cut their route off. They were the receiver's fault, not Lamar Jackson's. This man has thrown for 37 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, none of which were his fault. And y'all are saying that he shouldn't win the MVP? Oh, do tell. Do I smell a little bit of voter fatigue? You know, you remember when Michael Jordan could have won the MVP pretty much every year that he played, but a couple years, one year they gave it to Karl Malone, and another year they gave it to Charles Barkley. That's what's going on right now. Don't penalize this man because he's already done it twice. He's the best player in football, not Josh Allen. Josh Allen's having a great year, but he's no Lamar Jackson. And now Lamar Jackson's got the stats to back it up. Pretty good for a running back, huh? Come on. This man literally is having the best season for a quarterback in NFL history. And you're not going to give him the MVP just because he's already done it a couple times before? Stop it. I'm losing my voice. Stop it. Get up.
They're not going to give it to him because they want to give it to Josh Allen. I mean,
so the man, so to recap for people that aren't really up to date on this,
he's not going to get it because they've been dying for Josh Allen to do something to get it, and here's their chance to slip him one.
The man's going to finish with over 4,000 yards, right at 4,000 yards. 5 interceptions. He's at 4, I think, right now. Just say he'll throw in another one in this last game coming up, and none of them were. Go ahead.
Very important for you to say what you're about to say. Very important.
None of his interceptions were his fault. They went back, and you can track every single interception that he's had. It's because the receiver, like I just said in the video, bobbled the ball or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
He's going to rush for right at 1,000 yards as well. And that's a very important part of this conversation that the Josh Allen proponents and, Lamar Jackson haters, they always leave out. Like the people that like the style of play of Dan Fouts and Dan Marino, where they just sit in the pocket, they discount, they discount, or they make it seem like that rushing is even a bad thing.
Not anymore, sir. Not anymore. Yeah, not anymore.
But pay attention when you start getting to that conversation with people. The man's going to rush for close to 1,000 yards. I don't think he's going to get 1,000. He'll be a little bit under, but he's going to rush for almost 1,000, pass for 4,000. Right at 40 touchdown passes and less than 5 interceptions, none of which were his fault.
And for those that say he's got Derrick Henry, well, he did the same thing passing the ball and running the ball before Derrick Henry was even there. Derrick Henry wasn't there when he won his last 2 MVPs.
Right. There you go.
Yeah. And for the record, in his last game, only went 10 for 15, 168 yards with 2 TDs, but he ran again 4 times for 87 yards. Derrick Henry had about $150.
Right.
It's a little bit too much for defensive coordinators to try to manage when you've got all of that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he's literally, and I'm saying literally, having the greatest year a quarterback has ever had. Now, I think we talked about this before, and we kind of got a clip of it just now. I think you're right. I think that it's probably going to be voter fatigue, and I don't think they're going to give it to him. But it's a lie. You know, he deserves it.
He undoubtedly deserves it.
Everybody said, well.
No, after you, please go ahead.
No, everybody's saying the Lamar Jackson haters are saying, well, last year Josh Allen should have won it, but they'll leave out the other part of the Josh Allen season that he had last year. He had 22 turnovers.
He turned the ball over every darn game.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
it was terrible.
Yeah, I hope he gets it.
Any chance Saquon Barkley get in there and him Saquon gets it? No Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. Any chance Saquon gets it with having over 2,000 yards rushing?
Nah, and we're going to get to Saquon Barkley a little bit later, but nah, I don't think he's going to get it. Just because this is typically, and look who joins us, the Dread. Happy New Year, Dread.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, Dread. Good morning, sir.
Happy January to you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just gotta set y'all straight. That's all.
Okay, go ahead. Set us straight, Nadi.
I think Lamar Jackson will win the MVP, as he probably should. Statistically, this is his best year ever. Mm-hmm. So he hasn't necessarily done this without Derrick Henry. Not that it matters, but he hasn't. But Aaron Rodgers had a season in 2020. He won the MVP. He had 48 touchdowns to 5 INTs. He threw over 4,200 yards that year. He's also had a season where he had 45 touchdowns and 6 INTs. He's had a season where he threw for 40 touchdowns and 7 INTs. He won the MVP in all these seasons. So this is not the best statistical year ever.
No, but hold on. You just did it. Did Aaron Rodgers have close to 1,000 yards rushing?
No, nowhere near.
No, but he had
nowhere near.
He had down there 5,000 yards passing.
Right, but you're doing
when you add it all up.
But hold on. You're doing exactly the point and doing the thing that I made the point about earlier is you can't conveniently leave out the fact that a man has another whole gear than any other player ever in the history of the game.
I'm not. It's
about another
total yards, right?
Not he also appreciates the art of baseball. So Lamar has another tool that the other quarterbacks that you mentioned don't have. That's not Lamar's fault. He has that tool.
Right. I think he's gonna win MVP.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
About Super Bowl though.
Right. It is about Super Bowl, but the Super Bowl is the conversation that we have next.
Correct.
The MVP is for the regular season. The MVP award is for the regular season. Yeah.
Right.
The good stuff, Nadi. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Another 1,000 yards on the ground. Let's not overlook that. I mean,
1,000 yards.
The running back gets paid when they continue to have consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. So now you've got a quarterback that is going to have 1,000-yard season, and we're not talking about that as if it's not very, very important. It's very important.
Shouts out to Ohio State. I mean, the final score was 41-21, but in ball award to Ohio State, it really could have been a lot worse than that. 42-21, they drag Oregon. Revenge game from the earlier part of the year where Oregon won, and it didn't even look like they were on the same level in this game last night, man.
No. Jeremiah Smith, number 4 for the Ohio State Buckeye, 187 yards, 7 catches. He's 6'3", 220-something pounds, man. He's a man amongst boys out there. They've got so much talent at Ohio State, man. And after the performance of yesterday, beating Oregon, the number 1 team in the country by 20 points, clearly it's going to be them, right? Do you see anybody that's going to be able to stop them in what they're doing?
Well, they look way better than Texas, who, by the way, got a win against Arizona State, 39-31 in overtime, in double overtime. Texas really, really looks suspect. Ohio State looked like the best football team. You also had Penn State that had the big win over Boise. Penn State quarterback really looked real mediocre to me. They advanced. They beat Arizona State, but still, out of the 4 teams that you're probably obviously we have the game between Georgia
and Notre Dame today.
Georgia and Notre Dame's game got postponed because of everything that's going on in New Orleans with the terroristic attacks, and obviously condolences and prayers to the families of the people that were affected and actually who lost their lives.
That number is now up to 15 people passing away and 30 people being injured.
Yeah. So you got Georgia tonight against Notre Dame. I really like what I saw at Notre Dame in their previous bowl game. They looked really, really good. I'm rooting for Marcus Freeman, obviously, the brother head coach for Notre Dame. I don't know. I got to see who the winner of tonight's game, I got to see how they play. But right now, to me, it looks like Ohio State's above and beyond everybody else that's in this thing.
You just mentioned quite a few things that I would like to highlight briefly. The Penn State game, Drew Allar, the quarterback for Penn State, threw for 171 yards, had 3 touchdowns, being 13 for 25. So the numbers don't look like his game was what it was, but the 3 touchdowns and only 13 completions make it really, really big. Your thoughts on Ashton Jeanty and his performance in that game versus Penn State?
Penn State weren't going to let that dude beat them. It's as simple as that. Okay? And I think dude's going to be a first-round pick. He's probably going to be a middle, late first round. But as I posted after the game, he lost money. Now, what I mean when I say he lost – go ahead.
No, please continue. Please continue.
What I mean when I say he lost money is that was his first real big game of the year against big-time competition. The other biggest games that they had were against, like, Oregon State and I think Washington State, So the first time he gets on a field where you have real top-tier, blue-blood quality competition, they shut him down. He got like 100 yards.
He wasn't shut down. You're not getting shut down with 100 yards. And you're not getting shut down when you average 3.5 yards per carry. If you average in 3.5 yards per carry and they give you the ball every time, you're going to get a first down every 3 to 4 carries.
Ryan, listen to me.
So they didn't shut him down. And I had this debate with somebody else on yesterday. He wasn't shut down.
Ryan,
I mean,
listen to me. You were in Seattle. Maybe you didn't see this game.
Right. No, I watched the entire game.
He had over 30 carries and got 100 yards. Keep in mind, like 25 of them were in one play when it was 3rd and like 25. And
you don't get to pick good plays versus bad plays, though.
Right, listen to me.
It don't work like that.
Hold on, listen to me. It was 3rd and like 25. Penn State was like in a semi-prevent defense because what do you think they're going to do? They're going to have to pass, right? They gave him a little draw play. He ran for 25 yards. Right. Okay? Right. He had 30 carries with right at 100 yards, 25 on one chunk play.
Right.
Okay? Is not a good average. He had right around 75, 100, 80 yards or whatever.
So when his agent negotiates, if this was a contract year for said player, are they going to say he had a 100-yard game versus Penn State or not?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. And as a former running back, this is why this blows my mind that you would allow the pundits and the haters to try to change the narrative on this player.
No.
He had 100 yards versus Penn State.
Hold on.
A defense that don't typically give up 100 yards to anybody.
Come on, man. You really think that you give him credit for having 100 yards in that game? They shut him down the entire game. Yeah, he probably had more negative plays than he did positive.
If you had 100 yards, you weren't shut down. How many games did you have 100 yards and it was bad?
Okay, all right.
As a running back, you ran the ball. How many games did you have 100 yards when you said, man, damn, that was a bad game today?
Right. He didn't get 100 yards on 14 carries. He got 100 yards on 30-plus carries.
Well, they probably
and 25 were on a chunk play that they were in a prevent defense once again.
Yeah, maybe if they give him the ball 20 more times, he has another 100 yards. I don't know. But my whole thing was I didn't think you were going to be one of the people that said he had a bad outing, bad game. That's not the case. It couldn't be further from the truth.
He did not have a good outing. in relative terms to all of the other games that he had this year.
Right.
The first time they played top competition, he didn't do anything. Now, when I say he lost some money, I mean if he was going to be drafted at number 10, maybe he'll go down to 14 or 15.
Right.
Something like that. He's obviously a good running back. He's obviously a very good running back, almost eclipsed the all-time record with Barry Sanders, came short of that. But this is what I've been saying all year long when we were talking about the competition between him and Travis Hunter. I mean, you have to look at the competition that Boise State was playing. They played superior competition. I think he got shut down.
You want Skeeter Boo or you want Genty? You can pick one player. You want Skeeter Boo or you want Genty? You just gave Skeeter Boo all the praise that you can.
Yeah, I think I probably still want Genty. I think I probably still want Genty. I don't think either one is that great, bottom line. I don't think either one. I don't think Genty's going to be Barry Sanders or Adrian Peterson or anything like that in the NFL. And it's really hard to judge because of the competition, once again, that they played this year. Skeeter Boo, I see Skeeter Boo. I think Skeeter Boo can play in the NFL if he keeps his weight down and his conditioning good. I think Skeeter Boo's going to probably be second round, maybe third round back. And I think he's going to play in the league. He
was huffing and puffing and leaning on his knees and on his helmet all night last night during the damn game. Well, he was tired last night.
Maybe part of that is because of the layoff that they had. Remember, they had the bye.
Yeah, they hadn't played the game like a month.
You think maybe that's got something to do with it?
I mean, a lot of his whole team didn't play a game for a month. He was the only one that was on his helmet all night.
Yeah, but they gave him the ball all night long. He basically was the entire offense. He even threw a touchdown.
Genty wasn't on his helmet all night after that game, man. He had the ball. He had more carries than Skeeter Boo did. But, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Everybody's on Skeeter Boo Island today. Everybody's happy with Skeeter Boo.
Hey, man, Skeeter Boo, I don't know what you talking about. Skeeter Boo balled out.
Man, shame on Texas and shame on Sarkisian for the way he called that damn game. They should have blew that damn team out. They should have blew that damn team out.
It should have been a blowout.
Yeah.
But then they got a little confidence and they stuck around. Yeah.
They put the brakes on. They started trying to play to win versus just trying to keep playing football. And whenever you do that, this is what happens. You make a game out of it. I thought they were going to lose late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
The great Arley Wood joins us next, man. The Two Last Tues experience will have
Arley.
Welcome to Arley Wood in the building. The Arley Wood Report. Whatever y'all do, y'all keep it locked. We'll get to your chat.
Did you hear Skeeter Boo in the interview? He talked about what he did his senior year of high school.
I did not hear that.
This isn't exactly right. That man said his senior year of high school, he had like 4,500 yards rushing, 50-something touchdowns, caught passes for another like 2,500, and he didn't have a star. He was a 0 star. Ended up playing at Sacramento State, the town that he's from, Sacramento, California. Nobody else offered him. He transferred. He got in the portal after he balled out of Sacramento State and came to Arizona State.
He's a senior too, man. 5'11", 215 pounds.
Oh, no, he bigger than 215.
Oh, yeah. He was every bit of 230 last night. He was much bigger. Yeah. Well, now, yeah, again, man, I'm not on the Skeeter Boo train like everybody else. Scatterboo. I'm not on that train like everybody else, man. But he had an exceptional night, and he gave himself a chance to make some money last night. No question about that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He'll get a flyer.
You know what? He seemed like a Bill Belichick player.
Even
though Belichick's not in the league anymore, but that's the type of guy Belichick like for a lot of different reasons.
Some people aren't gonna like this, man, but white running backs just don't play. That's just not something that you should get used to hearing or saying. I'm not knocking them.
I'm thinking of McCaffrey in San Francisco. I think that's the only one in the league,
and he's one of the best in the game.
Yeah,
but I don't see McCaffrey in Skeeter Boo. I just don't.
All right, Arley Wood.
Everybody, man, thank y'all for being with us, man. We'll do some bills and pay some bills, and then after that, man, we'll be joined by Arley Wood. We'll get our Two Last Dues entertainment report from the great Arley Wood. That's what we'll do up.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Arley?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949. Happy New Year. Good morning. Welcome back. Hey, Arley.
Hey, y'all.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. I couldn't find my little thing. What's up, everybody out there in Stew Nation?
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug and Ron Stewart, and we're joined by Arley Michelle for the Hollywood Report. Happy New Year, Arley. How's it going?
Happy 2025 to all the good people out there in Stew Nation. Oh my God, it's just going so well. I rested all the first new day of the year because I partied really hard at church going into the new year.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
Are you in ATL? Or are you?
I'm in the ATL.
In Louisiana. Okay.
I'm in the ATL right now. I'm gonna go back to Louisiana in a couple of days, I think, just to kind of catch an appointment here, do a thing there. But yeah, I'm back. I came home.
How's the youngin? How's he doing?
Trey is doing much, much better. He is able, he still can't use his left arm, but that's coming. We're in physical therapy and occupational therapy for all those things. And yay. Woohoo! It's been 8 weeks, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Praise his holy name.
I've been praising him. Anyway, how
Praise his
was
name.
New Year's Eve? I heard y'all had fun and stuff.
I didn't really do anything. I just chilled out really for the most part. Ryan, he just did a world tour and went to Seattle.
Had a good time. Had a good time.
Every place with
But I chilled also for New Year's. I didn't do anything New Year's Eve.
Arley, do you make New Year's Eve resolutions? You don't?
No, okay. Because then I have anxiety, and so then they don't go well, and then I'm stressed out. So I try to make resolve in my mind. I'm gonna do better. Period.
Okay. All right.
Who? Oh, hey, Teal Dog. You did?
I watched the Christmas prayer and I wanted to beat that dude. Yeah, that's a tough scene to watch, even though it was just a movie. I didn't see.
Let me tell you,
hurt.
Teal Dog, you're not the only one. My uncle, when he first watched it, he was like, what we supposed to, he was ready. He was about it.
So
He's
for
my
people,
daddy's favorite brother.
So for people watching the show for the first time, Arley starred in a movie called A Christmas Prayer, and her character, I don't want to tell them. I want them to go watch it, but her character was under a lot of stress. Let's put it like that.
Under stress. And I put other people under some stress because those people mad at me. But then let me tell y'all, because I sing, but they didn't know, the people that produced and directed didn't know that, because my mom kept saying, well, why you should have been singing at the end, which would have been a nice twist to the story.
It really would have been a good twist to the story.
Wait, your mama wanted you just to bust out singing at the end?
Bust out with a, you know how your mama is. They think you can do everything. Bust out
everything.
So
I wasn't there for that.
Right. If you haven't seen the movie, that's just totally from nowhere for Arley just to bust out singing at the end of that
Doug,
movie.
It would have worked at the end because they all came back.
Oh,
Thank you, Uncle
okay.
Mike.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, y'all. So we got to get into, the celebrities were kind of not celebbing over the holidays. We're going to get into this report because we're going to stay on time and we're going to do what we have to do. It's your girl, Arley Michelle, in 2025. As Naughty says, same suit, just reheated. I tried to get my hair done for y'all. Woo woo.
Looks great.
Thank you. There are a lot of things going on out there in this world. First things up, we got to sing. Who's up for singing some happy birthdays to the good
Doug,
people?
it's on Doug. Let Doug do it.
Happy birthday to ya.
Boom, boom.
Happy birthday to ya.
Boom, boom.
Happy birthday.
Woo! Doug's joining the Impact Praise team. Y'all come see him singing on Sunday. It's going to be amazing. He's going to be in the tenor section. Y'all, yesterday was the first day of the year. And rapper Grandmaster Flash, 67 years old.
Damn. Grandmaster Flash almost 70 years old.
Wow.
Wow.
And he's still rocking it. Don't hate on the master and the Flash, but we do feel kind of old in that. Actor, sexy. They didn't put this on there, but I did. Morris Chestnut, 56 years old, and fine, still fine. Oh, R&B singer Tank, also fine, got some good songs. 49, rapper Ice Spice, the one that looks like Annie. Tomorrow, but that's not what she's saying. She should do a remake of Tomorrow and add in her rap because she looked like Annie. Anyway, she's 25, little young and tender. Today's birthdays: actor Cuba Gooding Jr., 57. Actor Taye Diggs, 54. Actor Renee Ellis Goldsberry. She got a long name. If y'all saw Hamilton, you all saw her. She was the one of those sisters, and she had the best, one of the best songs I love. 54 years old today. Musician, trombone shorty, straight out of New Orleans, babe. 39. Singer Kelton of Immature and of IMX when they changed the name. He's 44, and singer Bryson Tiller is 32. Happy birthday to all those people out there celebrating birthdays in the Stew Nation.
Birthday, folks. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So first up, y'all, Jamie Foxx, he's back. He has his show. He had a birthday, and he went out during the holidays and celebrated during the December, celebrating his holiday and his birthday mainly at Mr. Chow's, the famous restaurant in LA. Well, while he was there, somebody decided to throw a glass and hit him in his mouth, and it's all very convoluted. All we have right now is people were at the table next door, seated next to them. They were being very lewd. He had his daughters, who he talked about, held him down during his unfortunate medical emergency and all that time that he was here in Atlanta and then Chicago and all those places. And somebody, they have not said who, that's why it's very interesting, threw a glass, bust him in the mouth. He had to go get stitches. By the time the police appeared, Jamie Foxx was gone. And they're still not naming who the bust him in the mouth with the stitches are, who that person is, but they're investigating. Shut the whole restaurant down, just turned into a thing. What y'all see? This goes with my thing that Jamie Foxx ain't really no real person. How you not gonna be there when the police come to investigate?
Okay, so let's reset this. Arley thinks that Jamie Foxx is really a clone.
She thinks he's a clone.
Even though I think all that's just, made up and conspiracy stuff because he was in a movie. Wasn't he in Clone Tyrone?
Clone Tyrone. That's not why I think it, though. Because of how they were able to keep him from being seen in a place like Grady where they'll sell your records down the river for 15 cents. And nobody saw.
Right.
And how you gonna get hit? I got to go get stitches, but nobody sees anything. They won't even name who the person is that was in there. How was that possible?
Right.
You hit Jamie Foxx in the mouth. He got to get stitches. We don't know who it is.
So I'm gonna tell a quick story.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna tell a quick story. There's some people in Atlanta in certain cities that have a lot of bread and things that they need. They don't go to Gen Pop to get it. They don't go to Publix to get it.
Nope.
They don't go to a regular doctor. If they need stitches, somebody comes to their house and stitches them up immediately. So I mean, Jamie's got that kind of paper. I don't think it's far from the realm of thinking that he's got the means to put up a wall of protection around him if he needs that. That's just my humble opinion.
You're talking about this incident as far as not having to go to the hospital.
Yes, I'm talking about this incident.
Okay,
yes.
right. Yeah, because the other incident he was at Grady Hospital, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I saw the special.
Right.
So, but then explain to me why we don't have a name. I just got hit in the mouth with a glass at a very famous restaurant, and I don't even know who the person is that hit me. They have no record. They have like no like white male John Cash.
Nothing.
52 years old of such and such was the perpetrator and being found, nobody in there, detained the man, nothing.
Snitches get stitches, man. People ain't talking out there in LA in them streets.
Wait, that's us that do that. That's not them. They go tell. That's why they have Karens and Kens. Come on now. Come on, somebody.
That's very true. That's very true.
Right.
Very interesting. We're going to see how that little story unfolds. I'm hoping Jamie Foxx is, because, as a singer and an actor and a comedian, you use your mouth for your living. So I hope it's nothing that is, detrimental in a way that keeps him from getting out here and making money. Oh, and I don't think another thing. I bet you didn't know this, Ryan and Doug. So I'm probably going to piss a few people off. Here I go again. What's new? But, Jamie Foxx got 2 baby mamas, right? He has a daughter, Corinne, that's 30. He has a daughter, Lord, the little baby, Annalise. Makes me think of Annalise. And did you know, baby, both of his baby mamas was.
Ain't trip me out when you do that. Yeah,
interesting.
I think I knew that. Well, I mean, I definitely knew that because in the special, he mentioned how he was done with white women. He's done with them.
See, I didn't watch the special because my ex-husband said he cried a lot in the special, and I didn't need to cry.
Oh,
so
he cried. He cried a lot. He cried literally every 5 minutes.
But I'm saying my ex-husband, Big E, said he, as Big E, cried. I was like, if he cried,
well, Doug, you do understand him crying every 5 minutes, right? You do get that, don't you?
Yeah, but I mean, don't do no comedy stand-up special then. Just give a press statement. I didn't come to see a comedy stand-up routine for you to start crying every 5 minutes. We talked about this already.
Part of the authenticity is the realness of it.
So, okay, you think those people paid their money to come there to see what he did that night?
He got several standing ovations, and the special was a top 10 special. I think it's still a top 10 special.
I don't know, man. Maybe that's just me. I mean, hey, I'm happy the brother's still here. I can feel him on that because I had a real close encounter last year.
When you still haven't brought to the airwaves.
Nah, I'll talk about it at some point.
I'm fine with him crying. I just couldn't take it. It was not a place for me to be in the boohooing because I had my own experience. So anyway, but shout out to Jamie Foxx. Hope he's well. Now, y'all know we got to talk about Beyonce and her performance at the halftime show of the Texans game.
I haven't spoken about this with you. I haven't spoken with you about this for a while intentionally, Arley. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this.
So let me just say, I love Beyonce. I ain't got nothing wrong with Beyonce. I have not listened to Country Carter as an album. Not because I don't like country. Well, I'm not a big country fan. I know several of her key songs that they've dropped, like This Ain't It, Hold 'Em, and the other ones. But I gotta say, for the culture, y'all, Beyonce, there's a part of her that reminds me of Prince. Prince gave her some advice a long time ago, like in 2008, when he did a performance with her on one of those award shows. Told her to make sure she handled her business, learn an instrument. This industry ain't for the faint of heart. Stay on your business because it is business before. They should call a business show and not show business. She took a lot of what he said to heart. She is extremely intentional. Prince. He was one of those first people that broke the internet when he'd come out with something. Her performance has so many nuggets for so many things. Mm-hmm. The thing right after she finished, that whole look at that horse, look at that horse, look at that horse. I was like, that means something. So I go doing research. I'm talking to all the people on the what's her beehive. I'm trying to figure out, and they sent me this link to a couple of different things. Y'all know that horse that she was riding on and is in Renaissance, and this one is called a Lipizanor. That horse is born black, brown, and turns a light gray over years, like as it gets older. Mm-hmm. That is very important for the 3 albums that she is planning to drop. Look at that horse, look at that horse, look at that horse. It's 3. She dropped Renaissance, which was once, a black art form, and then white people kind of took over that. Country, black art form. they took it over. Next that she's going to drop, which I think will happen January 14th, and want y'all to think about it too, what your stupinion is, a rock album. Was black, take it over, turns white. What y'all think?
I like that.
A lot. I like
You're
all
a
this
conspiracy theorist, Arley. I see.
I like all this a lot.
I be
when I was watching the performance, I put on Facebook, good move Beyonce, or brilliant move Beyonce. I think they think very deeply with everything that they do. I think they own everything that they do, and I think they are very strategic, and they have a plan with everything that they do. They do it for a reason.
Yeah, they're definitely hustling. Did we lose Arley?
We may have lost Arley.
I think we may have lost Arley.
Okay.
Maybe we'll get it back.
I saw Black Twitter and Black Facebook a little upset about the performance and the country music, but I see them thinking of, scaling their business, moving into something else, doing something more. That's what I see them doing.
It's a new revenue stream.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I'm sure that's what they're thinking.
I don't think they are concerned. I think a lot of with it. And once they made it big, 444 album, remember he came out, he was talking about OJ. He was talking about all these different things that are very important to like how we are treated in this country. Her freedom when she had the chance, when she got on her platform, they came out in Africa and the, Black Panther kind of outfits from back in the day when they wore the black leather and stuff. I believe this is all there's continuous statements. Yes, it's going to make you money. Because then you think about all the things she did. She brought up those 4 young ladies. They sang on an album with her called Blackbirds, which I did not know upon research was originally written by Paul McCartney with contributions from John Lennon. They originally wrote the song about the Little Rock Nine, a group of black young little girls, or it was Little Rock Nine girls and boys, students who went to 1957 endured racial discrimination at a Little Rock Central High School in Arkansas. McCartney said, according to the slang used in England in the 1960s, a bird is a girl. So I was thinking of a black girl going through this. Now is your time. Rise, set yourself free, and take these broken wings. 3 of the girls also performed. They performed on that track with her on the album, but 3 of them also performed on the track Tyrant. Right after she dropped the album, and then right after this performance, their sales, people started looking up who were those 4 people that were sitting. They were riding in a car. And they had on sashes. I thought they were the queens from Texas Southern, because y'all did note the band Texas Southern University. She always pulls out a band, uses her local talent, pulls them in. So those kids got exposure that they never would have had before. So you're looking at, she did the very strategic in that one Super Bowl-esque performance.
Right.
Hate her or love her, she doing it.
Absolutely.
Outstanding job, Arley. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arley.
So good to see you. Happy 2025.
Happy New Year.
Arley.
Hey, so when we get back from the break, man, we're going to talk to a member of the Atlanta alumni chapter of South Carolina State University, Beverly Curry. And we're going to talk about the Winterfest Gala going down next weekend. Not this weekend coming up, the following weekend. But stay tuned for that. South Carolina State in the house. Don't go away.
Falcons Wrap-Up, presented by the Two Live Stews. Drop your highs and lows from the game in the chat and chop it up with Doug and Ryan about your Atlanta Falcons.
When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right. So shouts out to my man Lavrell, as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right. The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent Lavrell Hawkins has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and plays when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrel are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews. Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart, the makeup up for those Two Live Stews. Now joined by the great Naughty Dread for the Funky Four, first edition of the Funky Four in 2025. What up with you, Dread?
Man, you already know, same suit, just reheated.
What'd you do, Naughty? Did you do anything for New Year's Eve? Or the first day of January?
No, I don't do nothing particular for the first day of the month. I just no. Let's just leave it there.
Okay, all right. What up? What's up? So tell us what
Man,
you got, man. Last 48.
Let's start off with Bryce James, man. He commits to Arizona on his social media. 6'4", 190 pounds. He's a 3-star recruit. He's the 257th ranked player in the nation, the 46th ranked shooting guard in the nation. Now, he also had offers from Ohio State, of course. He had Duquesne and also USC, where Bronny went. My question is, do you think he's one and done? And are the Lakers gonna draft him?
Listen, in 14 games he played last spring, in that Nike League, EYBL circuit that they play on, he averaged like 7 points, 2 rebounds a game, was 39% from the field and 36% from the 3-point line. I'm seeing the same numbers that his brother had, but not even as good when he played in the same league. So
he'll be on the Lakers
Basically.
next year.
Basically.
And
I actually think
there's no way in the world they will allow something like that to happen again.
What?
There's no way.
It's already happened one time. Why wouldn't it happen again?
They don't have 3 spots to give to one family for that team.
Okay.
They can't do that.
Hey, man, anything's possible. I think, and I don't know, I don't watch that level of basketball and high school kids and all that and AAU as much as you do probably and keep up with it. To me, from the videos I've seen, it seems like he's a better athlete than Bronny. Am I wrong or right about that?
And he got more size.
Yeah, he has more size, but still, he's a 3-star recruit.
Yeah.
I mean, a 3-star recruit that went to Arizona, so he still has ties because usually Arizona is going to take 4-star and 5-star guys.
Right.
I mean,
exactly.
Arizona currently have the number 2 player in the country who's a 5-star guy coming to the school next year as well. So obviously, LeBron has pull. I mean, the James name is a name that you want to have.
Let me ask y'all this: is that attractive for a college? Do they want that? Do they want that camera that comes with Bronny James's name? Do they want that?
I think. What's the kid's name? Not Bronny. What's his name?
This is Bryson.
Bryce.
I think a school like Arizona, where they used to having the light on them, so there's no amount of brightness of the light that they cannot withstand.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Lakers, no way. I hope he's a better college player than his brother was, but Lakers, no way.
Hey man,
He can't be any worse than his brother.
Okay, I want Naughty to get to the next story, but I need to understand, why would you say that sentence to be a Laker? No way. Why would you say that statement based on what we saw just this past year with Bronny and LeBron and the Lakers? Why would you even make that statement that it's impossible for that to happen?
They don't have 2 roster spots to give to players.
They don't have one roster spot to give to players, and they did it already.
They did that for LeBron, right? You can't double down on that. You can't. So literally, if they were to do something as egregious as draft Bryson James, that means they're saying we don't give a damn about competing in basketball, period.
What I'm telling you is, as a Laker fan, it was already egregious when they drafted Bronny. Why do you think they wouldn't do it again?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Nutty.
Hey, listen, Bronny was somewhat of a sideshow, but especially with the way he's playing, even though he's had a 30-point game and another 20-point game in the G League, you're really a sideshow if you do this again. I get you appreciating LeBron for coming back to end his career, and I get all that. You did LeBron a solid. But if y'all do it again, you're really a sideshow.
They're a sideshow now. They did
They're
LeBron
a sideshow already.
They drafted his son, and then they hired a guy from a podcast he did with LeBron to be the head coach.
They're a sideshow already, man. That's what you're missing. You're missing that point.
I think JJ Redick has shown that he can bring value to this organization.
But
I agree. I agree.
Are you saying this just
saying it?
Are you saying this just because you're a LeBron fan?
No, man. I mean, I'm not I'm not LeBron's bag like that. I'm just not. I'm just not. But again, if superstars get privileges, man, and there's no bigger superstar than him.
But you're saying
I get one of his kids being on the team. I get that.
He won't get that privilege with this kid. You're saying
that game is over. No, you can't do that anymore.
All right.
All right, staying in the NBA, Mike Brown was fired by the Sacramento Kings amid early season struggles. Now, they fired him after he held a press conference, after he had a practice, on his way to the plane to go play a game. They hit him in the airport. I'm like, man, that ticket ain't no good no more, man. You might well sit this one out.
Hey, man, First thing I said when I saw this is, Mike Brown will probably find another job, head coaching job. Like, this ninja should have a seminar on how to interview for jobs. Because how many times has he been a head coach?
I mean, he's been the head coach 3 times, and he's won the NBA Coach of the Year twice.
Cleveland, Lakers.
Right. I was about to say
he was on Golden State staff.
Golden State staff.
Right.
And then this job, this head coaching job. So 3 definitely that I can think of off the top of my head.
Right.
This ninja is magical.
He's unopposing, man. He can sit in that chair, man, and make them take the guard down.
I mean, he's a good coach. I mean,
you don't win. And he's a good coach. He's a good coach too.
Coach of the Year. You know, he won in Cleveland. He won in Sacramento just 2 years ago. Got them in the playoffs when they had not been in the playoffs in forever.
Before you move on to story number 3, which is what I wanted to ask you, do you agree with them firing him? He just won Coach of the Year a year. Well, you said 2 years ago. 2 years ago, you agree with the fire?
I don't agree with the fire, but the people in Sacramento clearly don't know what they're doing. I mean, Doug Christie is going to be the new head coach right now. He's the assistant coach. This is the 8th coach that the owner has had since 2013. So he's getting a new coach every year, every other year. And the Kings have the 4th worst record in the NBA since he's been the owner, and the fewest amount of playoff bursts. And Mike Brown got him to those. So
I'm trying to
clearly.
I'm trying to think, out of the big 3 sports, has there historically been a team as bad for as long as the Sacramento Kings? Like, it was amazing when the
Cleveland Browns.
Maybe Cleveland. Maybe Cleveland's got a better or a worse record of being bad than Sacramento. But my entire life, Sacramento has never really done anything except for when they had C-Webb for a couple of years.
Yeah.
They had a little run then, but like, they've never really made no noise in the playoffs, and I'm 55 years old. I don't ever remember them like doing anything for the most part.
Right. Well, good for Mike Brown. They gave him a contract extension in July, which pays him $8.5 million up through 2027. So another reason why you fire a guy you just gave extra money to.
Wow.
But hey,
has
good
success
for him.
with the franchise. That has done well with the franchise.
Right. Let's look at Aaron Rodgers, man. He's unsure if this could be his last year. It could be over with for Aaron Rodgers.
Let it go, man. They never go this bad, trend this bad, and they turn around.
Right.
Like,
so the Jets are reportedly they're going to get rid of him and Devontae Adams going forward. If this is Aaron Rodgers' last season, if Sunday if it's his last game, where do you rank him all time as quarterback? 4 MVPs, 1 Super Bowl.
4 MVPs and 1 Super Bowl. 4 MVPs is huge.
He's definitely for me top 3. He's top 3.
He's overstayed his welcome. I don't think he'll be done. I think he will get one more farewell season from somebody. It won't be with the Jets, but he will get one more farewell season. And he's got to be in almost everybody's top 5, in my humble opinion.
Well, so I mean, for me, it's Montana 1.
Montana.
I'm unlike most people. I'm not putting Brady in it, so I'm putting Montana at 1. Elway maybe at 2, and Aaron Rodgers maybe at 2.
I don't want to take up all of Nadi's time. He's got another story.
Right.
Okay, but for you to make a statement like I'm not going to put Brady in the top 5, it's like
he's a chronicle cheating bastard. Documented. What do you mean?
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Okay, whatever. That's too long of a conversation to get into. I'm not putting Tom Brady in nothing.
It is.
That's just me. Who you got? Who's your top quarterbacks?
It almost sounds personal, though, Doug.
Who's your top quarterbacks?
Tom Brady's in there.
Okay. All right.
Now, please continue, man. Please continue.
Yeah. Well, this last story is all from sports. In lieu of what happened just yesterday, I guess, to stop the Sugar Bowl from being playing. There also last week was a Cybertruck bombing.
Yeah.
In front of the Trump Tower. Matthew Liversberger is identified as the driver of the Cybertruck. He's also just like the guy who was in the truck from New Orleans, ex-military veteran.
So let me make sure I understand this, because I kept skipping over it. I was going back and forth from different channels. The guy stayed in it. Was it like a suicide mission as well?
Well, according to Elon Musk, once the explosions went off, the truck locks. Mm-hmm. So apparently he got locked in the truck.
But I mean, if he was wanting to explode the truck and not die, have a suicide mission, why didn't he just get out of the truck before it exploded?
Honestly, we have no answers. The sheriff noted that both vehicles, the vehicle from the New Orleans situation and the vehicle from the Cybertruck situation, were both rented from Turo, which is an out-based car rental company. The Turo spokesperson said that the company was working with authorities in Las Vegas and New Orleans to help with the investigation. The spokesperson noted that both renters appeared to not have a criminal background.
I've used Turo before. That's a company where it's just like someone's renting you their personal car for you to use for the weekend.
Right.
If you go to certain cities, they may have a car in garage that they don't use, so they'll put it on the site. It's a little bit cheaper. It tends to be Highline cars, and it tends to be a little cheaper than you would get a Highline car from an Enterprise or one of those places. And you can work with someone person to person individually with yourself.
Listen, the governor, Jeff Landry, had a press conference from New Orleans, the governor of New Orleans, and he stated that the people don't know the truth. They have some information, the governor does. Also, law enforcement has some information that they cannot release to the public. They hoping that when everything is resolved, then they can start getting the truth out. But as of right now, there's too many question marks around both situations, especially considering that New Orleans had these barricades that they didn't have operating. They didn't have functional. They weren't up. These both guys were ex-military with clean records. So, and people just don't do this stuff for no reason.
Yeah.
There's usually a reason they did it, whether we agree with the reasoning or not. But it's unfortunate to the people that lost their lives behind some things that we just don't have the answers to at this time.
I'm telling you, man, 6 months ago, this past summer, I went to New Orleans. I was there for probably 4 days. And walking up and down Bourbon Street and Canal to a smaller degree, I kept saying to myself, this would be the perfect place for somebody just to run through here and run a bunch of people over. I swear to you, I said that to myself. But they did have the big barriers at the beginning of the streets. And evidently, this particular time, the barrier wasn't pushed over far enough or whatever, and the dude took the opportunity to do in there and do exactly. And it's crazy our minds think like that, but the last 30 years, they've been doing crazy stuff to kill a bunch of people at a very quick amount of time.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
You got to be careful, man. Can you imagine on Bourbon Street drinking your little daiquiri or whatever, man, and next thing you know, your ass get run over?
This is what I told Miles and Mason after we heard about this story while we were in Seattle. Guys, that's why you got to pay attention to your surroundings. Yeah. Y'all literally are lost in y'all's phone out in public on the street where there's people that you don't know. So you don't know your area, you don't know your surroundings, you don't know these people, and you're not paying attention at all. It just doesn't work like that.
I do not trust. Somebody said it here. I don't trust big crowds because when I see big crowds, I'm thinking this is an opportunity for somebody to kill a lot of people quickly. And it's bad we think like that, but that's the world we living in now, man. It's Lord have mercy.
I was actually in Centennial Park today. They had that explosion during the Olympics. And I mean, I wasn't close to the explosion. No,
but you were there.
Well, I was there.
You were there.
Yeah. Like that happened in big crowded spaces. It's a chance to make a statement.
Yeah, very quickly.
Some people.
Yeah. All right.
But happy January to you, man.
Happy January.
To see y'all Monday and do this thing again.
We'll do it again on Monday. And tell them about the no-show next week, Dre, before we let you go, man.
Oh, no-show next week going to be revamped. You know, so we look forward to it. Me and Arley, my tag team partner. And, yeah, man, y'all stay tuned. If you ain't seen the old shows, go back and watch the old shows from season 1 and get up to the new shows in season 2.
Appreciate you, Dre. Good job, man. Happy New Year, brother. I mean, happy New January. Happy New Month.
Right.
Is that how you say it?
I don't know. So it's 2LiveStews, YouTube.com, 2LiveStews, YouTube.com, and that'll take you to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Hit the subscribe button. Okay, this is very important. I mentioned this at the top of the show. Hit the subscribe button. Once you do that, a half a second will pass, and then there's a little bell icon that will appear. Click on that, and it's going to give you a drop down with like 3 or 4 options of when you want to get the alert, and hit the every time. Okay, so every time we go live on this show or on the no show or the Tea with Tree or whatever the case may be,
the Joe Show.
Yeah, the Joe Show. You'll get an alert on your phone and check us out live. All right.
Before we get to the last 48 memes, Doug's going to spend some time with the great Beverly Curry talking about some South Carolina State business in the building. Looking forward to that conversation, man.
The greatest HBCU in the history of HBCUs. We got our winter gala next weekend, not this weekend, following Saturday. All right.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
The gala is a $125 donation, right? What if I only want to donate $25? Can I still get in?
We don't want to put that out there in the atmosphere.
Well, I'm not trying to cause any problems. I just had a question. I was listening to the ad. I just had a question.
I think it's a tax. It's a tax thing, and it's a charity thing. I'm not sure of exactly how that works, but technically, I think if you just gave a donation, I don't want to get into it because I don't want to give ninjas ideas.
Let's talk about it.
We want you to pay $25 and have a great time and support South Carolina State University.
Right. It's a great event, great cause. Everything that y'all do is wonderful. But I was just curious about that. It's a donation, but
ninjas always trying to get over. Ninjas always trying to get over. You know when ninjas started trying to get over?
You're right.
In high school. When we used to go through the drive-through at McDonald's, can you put some extra fries in my bag? That's where all of the started trying to get over stuff Ninja started was doing from the very beginning.
Just give me one of them cheeseburgers on that deck, please. Beverly Curry up next with the 2 Live Stews. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, talking about a great South Carolina State event that everyone will want to be a part of. And then after we get done with Beverly, we'll read your chat, and we'll also go over our last 48. Y'all keep it locked to your boys. The 2 Live Stews and the 2 Live Stews Experience, Doug and Ryan Stewart.
The SCSU, South Carolina State University Atlanta Alumni Chapter, Winterfest Gala, South Carolina State University Bulldogs HBCU Unity event. This will be a premier event in the city. When is it? Saturday, January 11th, 2025 in Atlanta, Georgia, 7:30 p.m. Where's it going to be at? It's going to be at the Atlanta Metropolitan State College, 1630 Metropolitan Parkway, Atlanta, Georgia. Action. Here's the action. We need you to buy your ticket. Your donation of $125 will allow the SCSU Atlanta chapter to raise significant funds for our current students and those planning to attend South Carolina State University. Join us for a night of partying with a purpose, as the great Tom Joyner used to say, SCSU Bulldog style. Again, that's Saturday, January 11th, 7:30 p.m., Winterfest Gala. Get your tickets at scsuatlbulldogs.org. That's scsuatlbulldogs.org. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. I'm going to be there. That's what's up. I'm going to be there.
Shouts out to the good folks at South Carolina State, man.
Absolutely. All right, welcome back to the show. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews, the Two Live Stews experience. Hey, Bev.
Hey.
Okay, so I need you to look in the other camera. Right, that camera right there. That camera right there, right there, right there. You're good.
Right there.
How are you?
Fine. How are you, Doug? And Ryan?
I am fantastic. Ryan stepped out for a second. This is just South Carolina State business. He want to talk about Georgia Tech business all the time.
Exactly.
So listen,
exactly.
I've been talking about it for a couple of weeks now and wanted to have you on representing the Atlanta Alumni chapter of South Carolina State University. Tell us a little bit more passion about what's going on next weekend, January the 11th, with the Winterfest Gala.
Okay, first of all, can I say thank you to the Two Live Stews and my fellow Bulldog Doug Stewart. Hey.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. No shade to Ryan in his absence and everything. But like you said, this is about Bulldog business.
Right.
So thank you so much for having me on this morning. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So good morning to the ATL and the Atlanta Alumni Chapter alumni, if they are watching. Yes, it will be the premier event of 2025. And guess what? It's the day after my birthday. So I am calling everybody to action to be in the place. I need your face in the place.
Okay. So scsuatlbulldogs.org. scsuatlbulldogs.org is where you can get your tickets. The great Tom Joyner used to always talk about partying with a purpose, okay? Because we know how to party.
Absolutely.
At HBCU and definitely at South Carolina State. But tell people more about, how this money is going to go and help towards our goals at the university.
Okay, so since South Carolina State University does not have a brick and mortar, obviously, university in the city of Atlanta, the Atlanta Alumni Chapter, we are the arms, if will, for our university. And we realize that there are students in the metro Atlanta area that want to be a part of the experience to become a Bulldog. So this particular event is one of our fundraising efforts. In fact, it's a major fundraising efforts wherein the proceeds support students from the metro Atlanta area that want to attend and those that are currently attending South Carolina State University. So we are partying with a purpose. First and foremost, we're getting together for the good old Bulldog camaraderie, but at the core of what it is we're doing, we're supporting those students that want to be like ourselves, South Carolina State alum.
Absolutely. Great stuff. We're finishing up with Bev Curry right now, representing South Carolina State University's Atlanta Alumni Chapter, talking about the Winterfest Gala next week, Saturday, January the 11th at 7:30 p.m. at the Atlanta Metro State College. And once again, all of these proceeds go towards helping students from South Carolina State or looking to get into South Carolina State on all their endeavors. Bev, once again, this is an annual thing, and this is the biggest, I guess you'd call it, signature event for the alumni chapter in the city. And tell them what they're going to get when they get to the event, as far as all of the extras and the big stuff.
And first and foremost, let me just say this: it is an HBCU unity. So you don't have to attend South Carolina State University or have attended South Carolina State University. If you are a member of an HBCU listening to this show this morning, we invite you to be a part of it, okay? Because it's all about HBCU unity. So when you get to the event or whatever, we're going to be showcasing some of our students who have been recipients of our Warren Reed Scholarship, which is a scholarship that our proceeds support. We'll have a live entertainment with the Soul Cartel Band, and we'll have our very own DJ Babyface and the consummate extraordinaire hype man, Larry Ryder. But we need you guys to buy a ticket, because regardless of what I'm saying, if you don't show up, then what I'm saying is falling on on mute ears.
Absolutely.
So we need you guys to show up. So the call to action is to get your ticket today and to be in the place. And Doug actually gave you the rundown in terms of how to get your ticket. We really want you guys' support. And let me just thank you in advance for, if you have purchased a ticket already, then we thank you in advance. And if you're not, and I know you're going to do so today after we hear this, after the show goes off, we thank you in advance for supporting us on January the 11th.
There we go. There we go. So we're going to post this in a couple other different areas on the on social media. Before I let you go, Bev, how you feel? How you feel after the loss a couple of weeks ago to Jackson State? You okay? Have you rebounded yet? Because I'm still struggling, Bev.
Listen, I'm gonna have to whisper this because I have a fellow coworker who's at Jackson State, and they're so sickening. You know
I'm so sick of them.
Listen, I am still shell shocked.
Uh-huh.
As a season ticket holder who have driven up and down the roads, got on planes and trains to get there, I am shell shocked.
Wow.
But we're Bulldogs. It's like a phoenix rising. We're gonna come up out of the ashes, and we'll be back next year.
We'll be back next year. Thank you so much, Bev. I will see you next Saturday, January the 11th, at the Winterfest Gala here in ATL. Thanks, Bev.
Okay, see you, Doug. Have a good day.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
The
you.
great Beverly Curry.
That was great.
Spent some time in the doghouse.
So, you know what, man? I was thinking you might as well, get duded up and tell the wife to buy a dress and come and celebrate with us, because you kind of a bulldog by way of your
I'm
daddy,
honoring a bulldog.
your daddy, your uncle, your aunt.
I'm honoring Saquon State all day in this biatch.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Throw on something nice and come to Atlanta, man, to the Atlanta Metropolitan College for the Winterfest Gala.
But you didn't ask Beverly about my question.
Which was? I missed that.
It looks like you guys have a recommendation to donate $125, but if I give another donation of a lesser number, would I still be allowed entry?
What's the lesser number, man?
What if I give you $25? If it's a donation y'all are seeking, I've got a donation for you. Will my $25 allow me to get in?
I'll talk to you about that off air, man. So last 48. These are the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook.
You have the nerve to say y'all always hustling. Yeah, y'all always hustling. You're $125. I'm just joking. Shouts out to Saquon State. And the wife and I may come. We may come.
Okay.
We love Saquon State.
This was posted. These are the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group in the last 48 hours, really like the last week. We've been kind of compiling them since the last show we did. This is from Max Gregory Anderson, who's a major all-star contributor. He says this is outrageous and criminal to prevent this man of breaking a record. As Adam Schefter, NFL insider, has stated, this is to undermine the Giants' draft pick status at the expense of Saquon Barkley. So they've already announced it. He's not going to play in this game this coming weekend and pass Eric Dickerson's mark. I'm not going to even call it a record. Past Eric Dickerson's mark of 2,000 yards in the season. What are your thoughts?
I was hoping that they would have allowed Saquon to go for this record if he wanted to go for this record. I thought it should totally be up to him. The way Saquon is telling the story, it doesn't sound like it was up to him.
Right.
It sounds like Sirianni has made a decision. And I'm fine with the coach making a decision, but I wanted him to get a shot at this record if he wanted this record.
Now, keep in mind, and I kind of mentioned it just now, like, I don't even know if we should call it a record.
But it is a record, though.
Well, when you say record, you're talking about the most yards in a season.
Right.
Okay? But the problem with that most yards in a season by Eric Dickerson, who had 2,105, the problem with that is Dickerson did it in 16 games. I actually did a video on this, and it's got like 600,000 views after 3 days. Okay.
Wow.
The problem with that is Dickerson did it in 16 games. He amassed that total in 16 games. Orenthal, James Simpson got 2,000 yards in 14 games. And if you look at all of the 8 other guys that have got over 2,000 yards, 9 guys now, including Saquon, I believe. If you look at all of them, O.J. Simpson still has the highest average.
Right.
So O.J. did it in 14. Everybody else did it in 16. Saquon's going to have 17 games. Right. The only way you really can quantify this, because everybody played different games, don't you think, is yards per game? Don't you think that should be the record, the standard?
Well, no. Just like fighters can only fight the people that they fight, the people that they can fight. I'm not going to blame Saquon for having 17 games when
nobody's blaming him.
Well, no, but you are. You're saying that his number isn't the real number because someone else has done better. No, OJ had 14 games. When Jim Brown had the record, even though it wasn't 2,000 yards, it was only 12 games, and everybody else has had 16 games. But now there's 17 games.
Okay.
In the future, there will be 20 games.
Okay,
It is what it is.
We're going to have to move on because we got a couple other memes we want to get to.
Yep.
But I guess my point is they make this sound like the people that report it, and a lot of it may have to do with the fact that they hate OJ. The media hates OJ.
Well, here we go.
They don't want to prop up OJ.
Now we're getting to why you feel the way you feel, and I'm fine with that.
Hold on. I think that part of it has to do with they don't want to prop up OJ in any way. But I think a better way the way they report it is that Dickerson's record and the fact that he has more yards is better than what OJ did. Maybe they should just say, hold on. Maybe they should just say OJ has the record. Every time they talk about anybody over 2,000 yards, they should.
But he don't have the record. OJ don't have the record.
What record are you talking about?
The most yards in a season?
Yeah, but they took 2 more games to do it.
But
so you're saying Dickerson should be recognized as having the 2,000 yard rushing record for a season.
I'm saying Dickerson got more yards, period. That's it. I'm not saying nothing else. I'm not saying how long it took him. I'm not saying what year he did it. I'm not saying he had only 60 yards versus the Colts. No, I'm saying he's ran for the most yards in NFL season.
Right. Let's go to the next one, Tree. Coach Prime at the post-game presser. We didn't really get into this because this happened a few days ago. 36-14. They got dragged by BYU. And why they got Martin after he fought the hitman Tommy Hearns? why they put Martin's face after he was in the scuffle with the hitman Tommy Hearns? Put it up there one more time, Tree.
One more time. So was this picture posted by the contributor that posted this meme, or is this something that was created by somebody?
No, I think you don't see a person's name. This is from a website, RCR Dynamics, so it just fell into our algorithm.
I'll make my comment, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they hate Prime, man.
Yeah, man.
Man, they and I hate when people say they because who was they? But man, they hate Prime.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. The man turned around an organization that's been down literally since 1990.
And that's not being talked about.
Right.
They're overlooking the significance of what this ninja has done in Colorado.
Man,
and they're trying to vilify him for his greatness. And I'm not going to let them do that.
Hey, man, Colorado ain't been shit since 1990. And that's not exaggerating.
No, it's
okay.
The truth, man.
This man in 2 years.
Yeah.
Flip the entire roster and doing what he's done and won 9 games this year. They got dragged in the championship game, but they probably still need to get better players.
Man, he's been there 2.5 years. He's been there 2.5 years.
It's crazy,
and almost
man.
was in the final 12 teams.
But this meme is funny though.
The meme is funny because of the significance of it with Martin, the tie into Martin in the Tommy Hearns fight. But not just football, man, but enrollment is up in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Restaurant sales are up in Colorado.
You're right.
Property home values are up in Colorado, man.
Right, because of Deion. Yeah, absolutely.
Because of what's happening at the institution, and what's happening at the institution is because of one person.
Oh yeah, man. Spirits are high when your football team is winning. When your football team is winning, that changes everything. You're right. Enrollment is up. Spirits are high. When your football team is winning, everything is good.
Shouts out to a couple of homeboys of ours, man, that for the last 2 years has road trip to Colorado for a game. And there's like 8 to 10 of them. And NAM, one of them, went to Colorado.
Have any ties to Colorado. Right.
As a matter of fact, 2 years ago, the first time that they went to this game, all of them together on this Charleston road trip. None of them, it was the first time they'd all been to Colorado.
Hell yeah.
Because of Deion.
What reason a ninja got to go to Colorado for?
I love it out there. I love it out there.
Yeah, but you would have never went unless you had went out there to train for the draft. You probably would have never been to Colorado still.
Well, I'm sure I probably would have been to Colorado. Yeah.
Man, listen to me. I'm 55
I
years. Hold on. Let's go back.
Right.
I'm 55 years old.
And all you go to is Monk's Corner and Myrtle Beach.
I've only been to Colorado one time. And that's when you were out there training. Or it wasn't when you were training, when you signed with or you was interviewing one of the agents out there.
Right, Lamont.
There's no reason for no ninja to go to Colorado.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Let's get to the next one. You're right. But Deion's got ninjas coming to Colorado. All right, go ahead, man.
We talked a little bit about Lamar earlier, but here's another meme. 3-time MVP season loading. Lamar Jackson breaks Michael Vick's rushing record in 2024. Now this is a real record.
He's having an incredible year.
This is a real record. To pass Vick, and guess how many more years you think Lamar Jackson got, man?
Man, he can play another decade, man. He can play another decade.
He can play another decade. And this
Aaron Rodgers is playing at 41. He's 41 right now, man.
But guess what? You know what people are going to say? They're going to say he can't play another decade because of the style of game that he has, because he runs.
They better stop it. They better stop it.
But you're going to hear that. That's a lie.
Yeah.
You notice, and knock on wood, I hate to even talk about injuries, but Aaron Rodgers gets hurt. Tom Brady's get hurt. Dan Marino get hurt sitting in the pocket.
Kirk Cousins
gets hurt.
Real quick, man. And I hate to do this. I mean, this is really going to hurt me to do this.
Go ahead.
Okay. Man, they hate Lamar, man. And I don't want this show to be I don't want this cannot continue to be a theme.
Yeah, they hate
Lamar. But they do.
You know why they hate Lamar?
They don't want to give him his just due for his greatness. They want to they want to dumb it down and make it insignificant, even though it is of great significance.
I'm gonna make an analogy.
I hate it.
I'm gonna make an analogy and see if you can see where I'm going tied into this. You know how they say that really white America is really threatened by the fact that America is getting browner and browner year by year. You're seeing more and more interracial marriages. And I think I saw a figure that they talked about on the news that in 30 years, the brown people, whether we're talking Hispanics, multicultural, multi-race people,
the current minority
are going to be the majority.
Right.
With these football fans right now that hate Lamar, what it's all about, the reason why they hate Lamar is because he's the blueprint.
Yes.
The blueprint was Michael Vick. Now we got more than half the quarterbacks in the league are ninjas right now that are dual threat. And for Lamar to have success and Jalen Hurts to have success, it's going to continue. It's going to continue. Right now, half the quarterbacks in the NFL are black quarterbacks.
Michael Penix Jr. just jumped in this
Michael Penix Jr. just jumped into this number.
And did extremely well.
So you got Shador coming out. You got Cam Ward. Add two more to the list.
And
that's
Patrick
what
Mahomes.
They hate.
We draft Patrick Mahomes with the race draft with quarterbacks in the NFL. He's ours.
Well, he is black.
Well, he got a white mama, but he's ours. We drafted him.
So you got Cam Ward. You got Shador. You got Jalen Milroe. So add three more to that number.
There'll be 17 to 20 starting quarterbacks that are the minority this upcoming season.
That's why they hate this ninja. That's why they hate to see him succeed. That's why they don't want him to get another MVP award. They want to give it to Josh Allen because these ninjas going crazy. They're taking over everything.
Do we have more last 48 or was that the last one? Yep. All right. On the other side, we'll do the remainder of the last 48 if they remain. And we'll also read your chat. We got some super chat popping up. We got to make sure we read some chat.
Oh,
and we'll start with the super chat.
Absolutely. Love the super chat.
Can't thank you enough.
Yep.
Can't thank you enough. Whatever y'all do, y'all keep it locked to your boys, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews. Your chat up next on the Two Live Stews Experience.
Well,
woo! The 2-minute trust pass be doing it to me. It's like a workout. It's your
That's
boys,
right.
Doug Stone,
That's
Ryan
right.
Stewart, the Two Live Stews,
That's right.
and the Two Live Stews Experience. Happy New Year and welcome back. Thank y'all so much for being here.
That,
and good morning.
That Wipe Me Down track is one of the top 100 hip hop tracks of all time. Maybe top 50. That's the Wipe Me Down track, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But Glorilla just, I like she. I like she a lot.
She's starting to grow on me.
He hard. I like her a lot.
I don't like the whole theme of these rappers getting naked and stuff all the time and doing lewd and stuff.
That's
things.
what it is, man. That's what it is.
Yeah, but I like Glorilla. I like that track right there. I do like that track.
Real quick, man. We spoke with Beverly Curry earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The money that's collected at this event that y'all are having for the Saquon State Alumni chapter,
Scholarships.
Okay, it goes to scholarships, right?
Absolutely, every dime.
Even if we can't make it, man, we're gonna make a donation. Even if we can't make it,
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
and listen,
yeah,
crazy thing is, I might not be able to make it, but I'm gonna
Okay.
pay for 2 tickets.
it's important, man.
Yeah,
It's important, man. I sent you a story about TSU the other day. You
Yeah.
didn't comment on it.
Yeah.
But these folk want okay, I hate to do this, man. I mean, this hurts my heart, but they want our black institutions to go away, man.
yeah, they want the land. A lot of times they want the land. It's a lot of politics behind it, man.
They want our black institutions to go away, man. We got to do our part when it comes to that.
Absolutely, man. That's good, man. That's good of you. That's very good. Cara Berra, she's headed back to school today, and they got their first indoor track meet Sunday. This coming Sunday.
And she going back this week?
She's going back today, and their first track meet is Sunday.
So
and then she has another track meet next weekend. I just realized at Vanderbilt in Nashville, and so that coincides with the gala.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I told her I was coming. I had already told her I was coming. I didn't realize they were the same weekend. But whatever the case may be, man, if you gonna donate, man, we appreciate that, man.
No doubt about it.
Appreciate that.
Count me in, man.
All right, so a couple more memes, and then we're gonna do some chat reading.
Bang bang.
So Brock Purdy and Jake Moody next season. I've seen this a lot with a lot of different faces. Does this mean that they're losing their job, or they're going to have to go and work at McDonald's because their job that they had presently is not working out?
The great Naughty Dread will clean this up for me if I'm wrong. I think they're both expecting paydays, but nobody really thinks that neither one of them are worthy of being paid.
Oh, I didn't even get it.
Yeah,
I saw it, but
Brock Purdy's up for a contract, and people in his position that has had 3 years consecutively, like he has, typically get $50 million a year or more.
Man,
and they're saying the 49ers ain't gonna pay him no $50 million because he's not worthy of $50 million, even though he's worthy of $50 million.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times we feel like our eyes are lying to us. Even though Purdy's had some success, good and well, he ain't that good.
Well,
but look at his numbers. His numbers say this. Man, we ain't giving that man no money.
Here you are talking to me, but you're answering for me because you knew exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
His numbers is what his numbers is, and when his contract is up, you're slated based upon what somebody got before you or what somebody's going to get after you based on what you've done is the money that you get.
And you're watching the Two Live Stews experience. Okay.
So yeah, he's due $50 million, sir.
I would let Brock Purdy walk.
Hence
you really can't get rid of top quarterbacks or let top quarterbacks in the NFL go. Like this whole thing in Minnesota with Sam Darnold. That's his job. That's his job now.
It's gotta be.
Now he had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to work it out and figure out this quarterback thing.
Sam Darnold was in 49ers where Brock Purdy is now. He was in San Francisco.
Exactly. Yeah. It worked out for him. Next one, Tree, and you're watching the Two Live Stews experience.
Wipe me down. That glow real hard.
All right, it's from Lionel Carr. It says 3 can stay, 1 has to go in all their music.
Oh boy.
This is very easy for me. But
it's very easy for me too.
I'm old school and everything.
Y'all gonna make it difficult when I say my answer though.
Go ahead.
It's gotta be Kales. It's gotta be Kales.
Well, okay, let's make sure that we have this in the equation.
It's gotta be Kales.
We're talking are we talking just about their music or them the person and everything with the music and outside of the studio.
Man, can you read? It says 3 can't stay, 1 has to go, and all of their music. That's the rules, man.
You're not factoring in the R. Kelly criminal stuff. You're saying just on the music, out of those 4, you're getting rid of R. Kelly.
No, I'm not saying just on the music. I'm saying just off that statement. But of course, we can't overlook what R. Kelly's done in his life. Neither with any of those guys that's on there.
See,
it's about those people.
But that's what I was saying. If you're talking just the music, that's one thing. If you're talking about the person and their personal lives and what's been said about them and what's happened to them in the public eye, then I think it's 2 different votes.
I'm gonna want to get the takes of Arley and Tree on this.
If you're talking just music, you can't take out R. Kelly. You can't.
But if the music is attached to R. Kelly, then it's got to go.
I don't know, man.
Because of why he's sitting down right now.
I get Chris Brown ass out of it if we talking just the music.
See, I knew you. See, I knew you were going to say that.
Hey, Arley, Tree, what do y'all think?
I knew you were going to say that.
What are y'all thoughts on that meme?
I'm with Doug.
You can't get rid of R. Kelly, man.
Because R. Kelly's music is a soundtrack to my collegiate life. Like I don't know.
There's other music.
Something's telling me yes.
Baby.
Tree.
All of these people have been accused of things, except even Usher. I'm sorry, they all have. They all have.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that.
They all ain't sitting down though.
One of them did sit down. They were setting him down.
Well,
and R. Kelly is responsible for a lot of other music that he didn't even sing, and that I was in Detroit, buzzed down to one of them songs in my car.
His pen is wicked. Who you taking out, Tree? Answer the question.
Wait a minute, Tree. Back up. Wait a minute. We missed something just now.
No, stop, please.
I was in Detroit busting down to one of his songs.
I'm gonna mark this spot. I'm gonna go back and listen to that. Tree just slid
at the 1 minute 52 at the 1 hour 52 minute mark.
I'm gonna take out
Detroit busting down to one of them songs.
I am good, and I was driving my car playing an R. Kelly written song.
Okay,
I'm taking Michael Jackson out. I'm good on him. Am I?
What? This is the big one, Elizabeth.
I'm coming to join you, honey.
I'm coming to join you, honey. With a producer that's taking out MJ.
Yeah,
what?
Okay,
before an Usher, before a Chris Brown, and before R. Kelly?
Well, listen, I didn't. That's 3 different answers. That's 4 different answers.
Just 3.
You didn't answer.
I did. I said I'm taking out Chris Brown. Even though he has great music and I love to see him perform, the other 3 of the soundtrack.
He doesn't compare to the other ones. That's it. They're all phenomenal. But Chris Brown shouldn't even be in the same conversation with the other 3.
You out of your mind.
Breezy.
You out of your mind.
Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, and Usher.
Breezy is him. Breezy is him for these younger folks that's just a little bit younger than us. And he's him for a lot of folks our age too.
But basically, go ahead, Arley.
When in there to get taken out. I think I'm offended that we ain't got him on the list to even try to take him out.
I agree with that. But I think that Prince name isn't attached to beating up on no women, and Prince name ain't attached to another super chat. We got to get to the super chat. And Prince name ain't attached to no pedophilia either.
Yeah, but we just talking about the music. You can't talk about all 4 of them had issues that they have on this list.
But that's, again, I'm mentioning Prince. Arley just mentioned Prince before she was sent out. Yeah, Prince.
But Chris Brown allegedly, or not allegedly, I think he was charged for it, beat up on Rihanna, beat up on women. Right. Michael Jackson had the stuff with little kids, allegedly. He denied and never charged with anything.
Alleged.
Usher, he had some stuff, some scandalous stuff. I don't think Usher's never done anything to go to jail.
Man, he just got the gift that keeps giving. That's the only thing I think about.
Allegedly, he's got the gift that keeps on giving.
Right.
And then the last person that we had in this thing was who?
R. Kelly. He's a pedophile.
Allegedly.
No, I mean, we know when him and Aaliyah was kicking it, she was underage. She's a pedophile.
Yeah,
and we
that's
know
not-
why. Yeah, I mean,
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That convolutes it so much, talking about what they did and the issues that they had outside of recording. I think we just have to talk about them as artists and the music that they've delivered to the world.
All right, well then, if we're doing that, if we're not attaching them to who they are, then R. Kelly stays, no question.
And who goes? Chris Brown, right?
Oh,
And you're watching the Two Live Studios Experience. We got to get to the next one.
Yeah, I would have to say Chris would go after that.
Okay, last one, Tree. Last meme, I think. This. I had to bring this up, man. This was a big discussion in the Two Live Studios Facebook chat group this weekend. 1977 Ford Thunderbird or 77 Chevy Monte Carlo.
I got to go with Monte Carlo.
Both these cars are very special to us. Okay, and I don't know if you remember, but our Uncle Dub had a light blue Ford Thunderbird, just like the one at the top. Okay, with the shades over the lights in the front.
Yep.
And you know who had the Grand Prix or the Monte Carlo?
The great Barry Rivers.
The great Barry Rivers,
aka Shorty.
Our cousin Shorty had a brown, I think it was brown Monte Carlo, just like that.
A goldish brown rust color Monte Carlo.
So the only two choices for that. Which one you taking? Bring it back up, Tree.
I want the Monte Carlo, man. I want the Monte Carlo.
Hey, man, but that Thunderbird was so hidden back in 1977.
It was nice. It was nice.
And it was baby blue. It was Smurf color blue.
Right. And
it was Smurf color blue.
The headlights were covered too. Right. The headlights had eyelids. Yeah.
Right. They had eyelids. Right.
Give me the Monte Carlo, man.
Give me the Thunderbird.
All right.
Give me the bird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thunderbird.
My engine's better than yours.
All right. So we got a bunch of chat we want to read. Tree, please come in and help us with this chat. And we gotta start with the super chat if that's possible.
Wait,
Tree. I'm
okay.
not sure.
Right. Calm down. We're gonna start with the super chat. I just have a few items, please.
Okay.
I don't have any segment on this show or anything. I got some things I want to say.
Okay.
First of all, bust down does not mean fucking. Okay. You can. I bust down when I'm eating. I bust down when I'm driving. When I'm fucking, you will know it. It's not bust down. Don't associate that with that.
Okay. Everybody else watching this show in the world thought that's what you were talking about.
And that's
what it means to everybody else.
That's why I'm clearing it up.
Okay, go ahead.
Number 2, disparaging Detroit with fake facts. Thank you, Naughty. Naughty is the fact checker.
What fake facts?
About suicide. Okay. And Naughty, thank you so much.
Right. Oh, I said earlier that Detroit was up there with Seattle.
When I was in Detroit in the late 90s, the murder rate and the suicide rate was in the top 10 every year I was there.
Yeah. Okay, but the reality is what Naughty was able to find.
And this is Seattle isn't up there as well either.
So things are progressing.
Maybe things are progressing. Okay,
yes.
Next
and
one.
then my last, I got beef. Colorado has Black people. In fact, my husband is from there, and I just spoke to my mother-in-law yesterday to ask her for us to plan a trip because I want to go to the Royal Gorge. There's plenty to do there, and we are there, and it is fun. And Douglas, I'd like for you to commit. You don't make resolutions, but go somewhere this year. You know,
I just talked about earlier. I went to New Orleans this past summer.
Okay.
And I'm happy you know 2 of the 100 Black people that live there, Tree.
Right. Hey, Tree.
That's great.
Before you get to the chat,
that's it.
Before you get to the chat, man, the greatest gift what gift did you get for Christmas this past week?
Me?
What was your best gift you got? Ryan.
Oh.
The gift of waking up, man.
So you didn't get any gifts?
Oh God, this is gonna be a.
Of course,
problem.
I got a few things, man. I mean, but you know.
Name one.
I got a leather little case to carry my Bible in.
Okay, so you did get something. I didn't.
I got a couple different things, man.
It's standard for daddies, and you've been in this game long enough. It's standard for daddies that we really don't get anything.
I mailed you something, Ryan. It might be there today.
So Tree,
oh God,
listen to this. Listen to this message from a gift that I got in the mailroom. It's like, you got a gift down here. You got a box down here. It says, Douglas, Merry Christmas. Thank you for a year filled with your foot on my neck. That's not true. Growing my producer and human being muscles. Nobody else could ever be allowed to work my nerves. Laugh out loud from Tree. Tree got me an Atari 2600, man.
What? What?
I don't know. You should have done that.
That's like probably one of the best gifts you could ask from someone other than a car. I mean, that's amazing. Wow. That love affair must be real over there. Congratulations, man.
He called me. I think he was crying. I could hear the sound effects.
Listen, one of the best gifts he's ever been given was a Nintendo from me. And the best gift we've ever been given together was an Atari 2600. It was the best gift we've ever received in our lives.
Man, it gets even better. It came with 10 different games.
What?
Yes. Like it was Combat, Defender,
Space Invaders, Pac-Man.
Now they got all 10 of the games on one cartridge. It's different than back in the day.
That's fine.
Okay.
Makes it easier for you.
And Tree, I don't know what to say. I mean, when I opened the box, I was like,
Wow.
Thank you, Tree.
Yeah, I like it when you do. Okay. So I love you guys. Ryan, your gift is coming.
Okay, thank you very much.
I hope you liked it. I don't know.
I'm very excited now.
Oh, shit. I don't know.
I
mean, I just listen to y'all and what you say.
Watch, she gonna send me a black power fist.
A pick. Okay, let's do.
So listen, it's 9:00. Can we go? Can we read chat for 15 minutes?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's get to the super chat. Let's get to the super chat and shut this thing down. I'm sorry. No, we can. I'm good. I got time. I'm good.
So even though everyone was so devastated, I've caused Uncle Mike to donate $20. Treat him lost her mind.
Thank you, Uncle Mike
Jackson.
Yeah.
Uncle Mike, I can't.
What's the backstory on that? Yeah. Why you would even?
There's got to be some beef.
Explain it. There's no beef, but when I think of the people in that collection, oh God, I can't. Go to Pound Town on any Michael Jackson with that in the background. But like that's why R. Kelly. No, listen, I'm explaining. That is my reason. There's no music. There's no hits for me there.
You're throwing around a bunch of sexual innuendo to start the year off.
It's the wrong category.
Wow,
it's the wrong category to put Michael in. Prince, Michael, they should be together. But if I have to move one out so I can get my feel goods, he's got to go.
Oh, okay. So you base this all on your swerve. And Michael Jackson is pop. Michael Jackson's pop. They all are kind of pop, but the rest of them are more sexual in their music.
Thank you. It's more provocative. It's more chemistry for me.
Okay.
Michael isn't doing that. Now that makes sense, right?
It does now. But you should have explained that earlier because
but then we wouldn't have got the $20. To just say Michael Jackson got us this.
Okay. Thank you, Uncle Mike. Thank you, brother. Happy New Year.
Appreciate you, man. Happy New Year, Uncle Mike. Bless you, man. Thank you very much.
From Ty Davison. Thank you for your donation. Nothing but love. He said he just got love for us.
Appreciate it, brother Ty Davison. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
From Till-Dog 12. Thank you for your donation. He's kicking off the new year with a love offering.
Thank you.
We don't need to pastor no more.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Thank you so much for the donations. From Loose Neck in Perpetuity Sigh. It rains so much in Seattle because of its location in the Northwest where the storms come into the U.S.
Yes, and it's like in a valley, and that was explained to me over at the 12th Man facility in Seattle, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Loose Neck.
Another one from Loose Neck promoting a soon-to-be, we hope, sponsor. Thanks to Ryan, I just placed my 4th order. I hope they hear
that's
that.
true.
Thanks
Remember
to
that.
Ryan Stewart. Right here. We're going to cut this up. Thanks to Ryan Stewart. I just placed my 4th order from the Georgia Hemp Company.
I got a package. I got a package yesterday myself. Came
So
on the 1st of January.
That came in like the 206.40 mark. 206.40 seconds.
Thank you. So Ryan, let me get this straight. You not only brought back from Seattle, but you also have packages coming to your home.
Well, I never said I brought back anything from Seattle.
That's right. That's right.
But yes, I am a card-carrying member.
That's my story.
The Georgia Hemp Company sends me a monthly package.
Okay.
It comes without me ordering. It's coming whether I ask for it or not.
Yeah. Biggest customer, huh?
Damn right. You better believe it.
From Rel Scott, Ryan giving out TSA secrets on stashing goods on the plane. I took something to Detroit. When I got there, it was not in there.
Oh, yes. People do go through your luggage. Yes.
I'm talking about something based what we're talking about right now.
Right.
I wrapped it up, put it in my underwear thing.
And they literally went through it.
It was gone.
Yep. They went through it.
Yeah.
I've had a package or two disappear, and that's part of the game. That's part of the game.
From Jungle Brothers, Scattaboo got to run 4.6 or faster to get drafted day 2 or day 3. He run a 4.5 and bench press is 225 20 times. He might be the second RB drafted.
Yeah, see, I'm not into who's the best running backs in the country, really. Like, I haven't watched for that. You know what I'm saying? Right. But when I'm telling that kid can play at the next level. I don't agree with you in saying you don't think he's gonna get. You said you don't think he's gonna get drafted.
If he gets out there and I said he won't be an early draft pick.
Okay.
Because I read a lot of first round last night.
I don't think first round.
And my point is especially the way they've downplayed the significance of a running back. They're like throwing the ball 60 times a game now, so running backs really aren't needed. But the ones that they do get tend to be 6'3", 220 pounds, running 4.4s. Not 5'8", 240 pounds, running 4.7s and 4.8s.
I ain't 240, man. You're just exaggerating.
He's a former fat kid. I said that earlier. He's a former fat kid. That's what I said. I don't know what his weight is now. He's listed at 215. That's a lie. He's not 215.
Go ahead, Tree. Next one.
From Till Dog 12. I wish Saquon would go for the record. F. Eric Dickerson's feelings.
I get, Coach, this guy wants to get a Super Bowl. And Saquon is a running back in the past that has been tied to injury. I get him wanting him to sit down.
So let me ask you this question. If they increase the NFL season to 25, okay, so let's say the record ends up at 2,100 yards, right? Or 2,300 yards.
Okay.
They increase the NFL season to 25 games. Somebody passes 2,300 yards, they get 2,325 yards, but they did it in 25 games. You're saying that's the same thing. They'll have the record.
They'll have the record. Whoever gets the most, the number that gets the most.
Okay. Go ahead, Tree.
From FM, Baller Alert, A Tribe Called Quest, and Mary J. Blige are going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Okay. I'm not too pressed about the rock and roll nothing because they stole that from Little Richard anyway.
Which Arley told us Beyonce's going to reconcile that for us in the next couple of days.
Right.
From Sab 1, Joe Burrow's stats better than Allen.
Yes, but his team sucks.
But his team sucks. The record, they're not going to give the MVP to somebody with that many losses. Yeah.
His team doesn't suck. They're at 500 with a possibility of still getting into the playoffs. As a matter of fact, this weekend they got to win their game and they need help from somebody. But yeah, no, he's not even going to be considered to get the trophy.
That's the reason why they're throwing around why Lamar won't win it is because his team's record ain't as good as it is, as good as Josh Allen, the Bills' record is.
And he's still Lamar's still a double-digit winner.
Yeah.
I mean,
this Joe Burrow stuff is crazy. That's just more freaking.
I've done it too many times today. Right. I've done it too many times today. I'm not going to keep doing it, but they be tripping.
From RC, I'm sorry. From RC, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I actually like Penn State now. Despised this team for years, but I like how they play.
Let me tell you,
I want to say something too. they do need to get a better quarterback play. They got a tight end that's going to be one of the top first 3 tight ends to go off the board. And Coach Franklin has done an outstanding job, which I didn't realize it's been 11 years. It felt like 7 or 8 years. He's been there 11 years. He's done an outstanding job.
Yeah.
You know, they're recruiting well. They always have a top 10 recruiting class. They're winning 10 games a year. They're competing. He hadn't won a title yet, but he's doing a damn good job, Franklin and Penn State.
That defense is fire, but they need to address or the quarterback need to play better in the next round because
they got 2 defensive ends that would be first or second rounders.
Right.
Both of the ends are phenomenal players.
From Loose Neck in Perpetuity side, as it relates to Arley's report, Morris Chestnut be licking his lips too much.
He thinks he's zesty.
Ain't nothing about Morris Chestnut zesty. I don't see that.
He's got a new series coming out on TV called
something about Detroit.
Watson.
He's in another one too, Drea from Detroit, which I think she's Kwame's sister in real life.
Well, holla at us.
Well, Morris Chestnut's okay. Something about him is.
I'm not judging how the ninja look. I'm just saying I've never seen any indication of him being zesty.
Zesty, I agree.
Where'd that come from?
I'll start that.
Because Arley said it was his birthday. She was
right. No, Ryan's saying don't start that here, promoting or throwing out a rumor that this dude is.
Oh no, I don't think he was saying that. He just said he licks his lips. From Till Dog 12. He's talking about Jamie Foxx. He was still funny during the show, y'all. It's not like he was preaching his own funeral. I
agree 100%. I agree 100%. It was still funny. He still made light of his situation, but throughout the hour or so, there were a couple of times where he was touched because he's still breathing.
And then listen, I like
and this thing just happened.
Listen, I like Jamie Foxx. The Jamie Foxx show was very underrated, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was. I agree.
It was very, very funny to me. Half the time when he was crying, he was fake crying. He wasn't really crying. There was no real tears. You got to have tears to be crying for real. He was fake crying. It was a drama-filled something that wasn't a comedy show.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
One day when you tell the story about what you dealt with last year that you hadn't told the story about, when you get done telling the story, I'm going to be like, man, ain't you just happy to be alive?
I'm not the crying type, but if I cry, it's going to be tears. It's going to be real tears.
Right. Well, people express themselves differently, man. It's okay. I understand what you're saying. I get it.
From Julius 35C, Bryce needs to stay at Arizona for 3 to 4 years to be taken seriously. Lakers are currently in 7th place, but teams will catch up with them.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
But Bryce ain't gonna stay if he could be a top 10 draft pick.
You're watching the Two Lost Stews experience.
From Rel Scott, Prime has ninjas on the East Coast staying up until midnight to watch Colorado.
No question, man.
Right.
Yeah, I got a Colorado pullover, man, a golf shirt. I got a dry fit black Colorado pullover with the gold buffalo on it.
Hey man, I got just as much.
I got no ties to that university, man.
I got just as much reason to go to North Dakota than I do to go to Colorado, man.
Well,
come, you can go with me and you'll have a good time.
If you like skiing, it's a great place because there's
I didn't know what he was about to say.
How many ninjas like skiing?
I don't.
Well, before my groins got bad, I really enjoyed it.
You've been on skis before?
Oh, I used to ski a lot.
Now I'm not saying that's
water and snow.
That's a non-black people thing, but it kind of is a non-black people thing. I know a lot of people that are in ski clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Black people that are in ski clubs. I mean, my knees couldn't handle skis, I don't think.
Right.
But okay.
From Rel Scott, Tree Taylor is your stalker from 2024 in the chat. Yeah, where are you, sir? Start sending some of that coin. This is the man that was sending a lot of money on the last show. I haven't seen him.
Oh wait,
we're
Blind
calling
Squirrel
him
Sports at Blind Squirrel Sports. Is that who it was? Because that's the guy that was giving super chat a couple back when.
No, not him. It was somebody else. The next time. Come on back in though. We're taking coins.
Real quick, shouts out to at Cafe Bartique, Kesey in his spot at Cafe Bartique. And shouts out to at Prime Ties to go. The number 2 at Prime Ties to go.
That's very
Those
nice
were
of you.
some of the people that was blessing us big time before we got out of here before the break. So shouts out to all those folks.
This message, I am almost 1,000% sure, is for you, Ryan.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Arlena
What's she talking about though?
So Arlena
You
is
begging to go to a gala for $25.
Oh yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
I was
Oh,
about to
no,
say.
no. And I was just joking with that, but I'm going to contribute to the cause.
Shouts out Arlena. I don't know. Do you know Arlena? You must not. That's fine.
I
You don't have to know her.
I can't really see her picture because it's really small.
She's an alumni, and guess where she from, man?
Moco.
St. Stephen.
Shouts out to you, Arlene.
She from the next town over.
Yeah.
Yes,
No, but y'all
sir.
make sure you patronize the event. Support the event.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Arlena Edmonds, thanks for watching the show.
You shouldn't
Thank
even
you,
put
Arlena.
that. Don't put that out in the atmosphere.
That's what
Somebody
I
can
think,
donate
too.
$30.
I agree. No, I agree 100%.
Okay.
Doug, if you're buying 2 tickets, who's your plus one?
Go ahead. Read the next one, Tree.
He's ignoring me.
I ignoring you. What do you mean? I didn't hear what
Who
you
is
said.
your plus one for the Winterfest?
These things don't work.
Ah, ninja. Oh my God. Okay. Jungle Brother. Oregon spent $23 million on their recruiting class last year. Colorado spent $3 million.
Ooh, wow.
Coach Prime is getting it done with 1/10 of the budget.
Wow. You know the guy that funds the athletics at Oregon is the Nike guy, right? Phil Knight.
Right. Phil Knight.
Yeah. So they got endless money, endless uniforms, endless everything dealing with the sport. They got the best track facility in the world. Maybe not the world, but in the country.
Their facilities.
Yeah.
He's got countless money.
Yeah.
If Jordan makes what he makes, Phil Knight makes 100 times more than Jordan.
Probably. That's a good way to
Yes.
put it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
From Loose Neck. If I'm with a woman talking like Glorilla, it may be hard for me to finish.
Well, she's very aggressive, and I think you don't like aggressive. Right.
She
Very
looks
aggressive.
hairy too. Like she's got some women have a lot more hair in places. She's very hairy, but I like her. I don't know why I don't like Sexy Red, but I like Glorilla.
Because Sexy Red and what's the other chick that did that video with Sexy Red? I can't remember the other chick, but they just vile. And the things that they say, they don't act like a lady. Act like a lady.
Act like a lady.
I mean, seriously, just act like one.
Be a flower.
Be a flower. Don't just be talking about it was Sukiana. I got a video.
I don't like her.
I got a video with Sexy Red and Sukiana, and they just said some of the most vile things that you'll ever hear from a woman's mouth.
So you want us to be a flower outside of the bedroom, but we could talk like they talk in the bedroom.
To a degree.
I do think that if you were to pleasure yourself before Glorilla, she'd be like, "You ain't done." I do think that it would be, and that kind of concerns me. But I really like her music.
Well, Julius 35C also has some concerns. Glorilla is one of the most aggressive heterosexual.
Right.
It's her voice.
You ain't done.
Yeah. So it's her, and you know who else is super strong and aggressive and very masculine in their voice? The chick from New York, Scarlip.
Oh yeah.
You know Scarlip.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, look up Scarlip when you're done. She from New York, and she talking about beating up ninjas all the time, and y'all ain't nothing, and I'll fight you, and I'll beat your ass, and
we don't like that.
I don't like that.
From Ty Davison, Weeby gets no credit for "Wipe Me Down." That's
right.
Boosie's song now.
Right.
He get a check. He getting a check.
Boosie is a cameo on the song.
So I'm sorry. I hate to go backwards, but what's the song from the Scarlett lady? Am I supposed to know her music?
Anyone. She had a big hit. I can't remember it, but it's Scar. SCAR.
I'm gonna send you.
I'm looking at her right now on the screen, but I don't know any of her music.
She had a real big hit like a year ago. Somebody will post it in the chat, and you can go and check it out afterwards.
The chat will help us out. Thank you.
Yes, we are ready for you to help. Remy from Till Dog 12. Remy Ma started that aggressive female rapper-ish.
That was a long time ago.
Or was it Lil' Kim?
Well, Richard Bullock says he misses Lil Kim, Foxy, and Lauren.
Little Kim wasn't hard
Lauren,
like.
And Lauren always stayed a lady. So yeah, Lauren was
yeah.
always she stayed a lady.
Yeah, is she a rapper? Do you think she's a? You consider
Lauren Hill?
Oh, she can.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
I know. I don't.
L
I don't
Boogie?
She could go.
This
She
is the
could
big
go.
one, Elizabeth.
She could go.
For the second time.
Okay.
Oh yeah, L Boogie can go. She just really don't care about no rap. But as far as ranking her, female MCs, L
This
Boogie
is
up
kind
there,
of
man.
mean, but I get what he's saying. Ty Davidson says Sexy Red looks dirty. She does.
Ty's the super chat. So yeah, he can have his thoughts.
That's how I'm moving. Exactly.
I don't know. The Sexy Red just not sexy at all.
And like she's like the name of her song like Duty Hole and
Yeah, the lip gloss.
right. Period juice. I mean, yeah. I mean, be a lady. You know?
Be a lady.
Be a lady.
Hey,
Just
Clarissa.
try.
Welcome to the show, Clarissa. These ladies coming up in here. Lil Kim wasn't hard voice with it. She was
Right.
not
Lil' Kim,
deep.
Lil'
It
Kim
wasn't
is not in the
deep.
cat. Right. It wasn't in the same category. Little Kim wasn't in the category of Sexy Red and Sukiana. It was different.
Arley says she should be dirty red, nasty red, stinky red, but she ain't sexy.
Right.
At all. I agree.
I'm glad y'all saying this and not we'd be called haters or something if we just said this stuff. Men.
All right, that's it. We getting out of here.
That's it. No,
Thank
we
y'all,
got a couple
man.
more. Can we do 5 more? Do 5 more.
Okay, yes, sir.
There's 10 that starred.
Okay. Tree got her boo an Atari 2600. She only spent She only spent the night one time.
No, one time y'all know about.
Go ahead. Next one, Tree.
One time y'all know about.
RC, the thing with McCarthy is while he's a high draft pick, we don't know if he can play at this level, but teams without a quarterback could be interested.
I think he has some trade value. I don't think he's going to get, if he got drafted in the first round, they're not going to get a first rounder for him because they don't have leverage. Talking about the Vikings,
Right.
they're going, maybe they can get a second rounder for old boy.
They would have to be able to get a first round after the season he just had, man.
No, I'm not talking about Darnold. I'm talking about McCarthy, the backup.
Oh, JJ McCarthy. Oh,
JJ
yeah.
McCarthy, yeah.
Well,
If they
he was
tried to trade him right now, what could they get for him?
he was higher than a lot of people's boards. I still think it would be a first rounder. He would
You
still
think
get a
they
first
could?
round.
No,
pick.
but trading is different.
I agree. His value's dropped now because he's on their
Right.
roster.
Yeah.
And he got no film. That's a tough one. I need to think about that. That's a tough one.
From Craig, Uncle Mike, thanks again for your donation. He's trying to appeal on behalf of Michael Jackson, Lady in My Life. No, I'm not going there with that.
Yeah, that's not really.
He can't take me there.
She wants to get bust down to Uncle Luke.
That's not what
No.
bust down. That's not what bust
You're
down means.
misusing. I mean, you could use it for, but I just meant that it. Every time I say it doesn't mean I was fucking. I could have been doing other things. From Kev P, all of these early workout sessions paid off, Doug. Way to go.
Yeah, Atari's huge.
Oh, God.
That's y'all.
Okay. Is it done? Can we go?
Yeah.
No?
Okay.
You ready?
Let's see. This lady Trish.
And then, gotta give an A+ to Beverly Curry. Thank her very much, Doug.
Shouts
Doug,
out, Bev.
Talk about the event one more time, Doug, before we get
You
out.
did good.
The event one more time. Hold on a
What the
second.
heck?
So the Winter Gala, the Winterfest Gala, January the 11th, 7:30 p.m. at Atlanta Metropolitan State College in ATL. You can get your tickets and come and join us, or you can just donate. SCSUATLBulldogs.org. SCSUATLBulldogs.org. I'm probably going to be there. I think I'm going to miss out on the track meet. She's got a bunch more this year.
Well, I do want to catch one of those track meets with you, though, so please keep me in the loop with that.
Everybody
in the chat.
I just got a calendar. I just got a little mini calendar for indoor.
I got to get there. Yeah. Everybody in the chat, thank y'all very much, man. Y'all get an A+ for the day.
Thank you.
We'll be back on Monday. Y'all please join us, and y'all please pass the word. Remember to subscribe, and remember to click the bell.
Right. After you hit subscribe, then click the bell, and
Thank
then you'll
y'all.
get a couple of options on when you want to get your alerts. You can get anytime. Hit the anytime option. All right.
A lot of good stuff going on
Every
in
time.
2025. Very, very excited about it. Subscribe by 2livestews, youtube.com. Click the bell. Click always. That's exactly right. But shouts out to all y'all in the chat room. Arley Wood gets an A+. The Great Naughty Dread gets an A+. Thank you both. Wonderful Funky Four Dread. Outstanding report, Arley. A lot of thought-provoking stuff going on. Looking forward to 2025 with the No Show and the Joe Ham Show. But thank y'all so very much. Tree gets an A+. Thank you, Tree.
Thank you, Tree.
Atari 2600, Doug. I mean, that's really, really special.
Hey,
you must
man.
be holding it down.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. When I opened that box, sir, I almost shed a tear.
That's a great. I mean, my Friday nights these days, if the kids are chilling, I would love to pop open the Atari 600 and have a cold beer and play some games.
Now, when I was a kid, I remember these games being a lot better and a lot more fun because they absolutely suck. They absolutely suck.
Man, that was 40 years ago.
I got Dodge 'em, Combat, Adventure, Haunted House, Maze Craze, Missile Command. You remember Missile Command?
I remember Missile Command.
Real Sports Volleyball, Surround, Video Pinball, and Yar's Revenge.
That's more than 10 games, man.
Yeah, it's more. It's actually 3. No, it's 10. It's 10 games.
It's 10?
Yeah.
Shouts out to you too, sir. A+. Outstanding job. Welcome back. Happy New Year.
You get an A too, sir. Happy New Year.
Much, man. Thank you very much. Shouts out to Melvin Echols. I saw him in the chat earlier today. Shouts out to you, Melvin. Y'all give him a call at 447706949 if you need your car moved or picked up. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If y'all don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. That's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. We will be back on Monday morning, same time, same station, same store, media and entertainment, same Two Live Studios experience. Peace.
Peace.